Hello.
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 Hello. Hello.
It's
Hello.
D&D you're looking for. When
Nice.
you
That was a-
say
that's a good one.
hello, I say goodbye. Hello, hello.
Goodbye.
All right, let's play.
What are we playing?
I don't know.
DBD.
DVD.
No,
Oh,
when
shit, DVD.
Fortnite.
Yes.
Let's play some more Fortnite. Or
Bombs and
No,
and
there's a I know a better one. We're playing DMV, so we're just gonna sit here and wait for our turn.
Oh.
I mean, some of the terms that some of our party have, it kind of feels like that. Let's be real.
I mean, honestly, also I do apologize for everyone that we had like 3 sessions of really lengthy combat, so it did feel a bit like the DMV sometimes when you all had to sit and wait for your turns for like an hour. I do
Fine.
apologize.
No, I was busy panicking. Don't worry.
Okay, time goes fast when you're dissociating.
Time goes so fast when you're like, what do I do? I'm running out of spells.
I mean,
Nope.
I was okay. I was fine.
No, you weren't.
No
No,
one-
you
no
weren't. You were
one-
only fine because I was there. Okay.
Yeah, you were stuck
You
in
would
a
have
goddamn
negative
wall, but that's fine.
intelligence. You would have no armor. You would be done if it wasn't for
Wow, it must
Rudy.
be nice to have armor.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll talk about armor. I got some armor for you.
Well, we'll get there when we get there, but first we're gonna keep berating Orb. No. No, we're gonna be super nice to Orb right now today. I actually forgot that I had like a little skit planned to do something wholesome for Orby, but I forgot about it.
Oh,
But I just want you to know I'm sending
dang.
good vibes to Orb.
oh, thank you guys.
Oh shit, yeah, I was gonna ask everyone in here in this call and everyone in all the chats with full caps, we're just gonna like, I don't know, yell Orb's a good guy. And that was all I had. And
I like it. No, I like it.
I love it. I love it. I appreciate
okay.
it.
Just we're not actually gonna do it, but imagine that happened.
Yeah.
Imagine
Let's
that
say
we could bring
did and we
ourselves
don't.
to say such horrendous things. Yes, we can.
I'm adding moist to mine, or good moist guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you not seen my complexion? It's very moist.
Yeah, that's your brand.
Yeah. It's actually a glandular problem. He just sweats so much.
I did not. All I did was wake up and get here, and I'm just getting stuck. I didn't do this.
Good night, good tone. Tell Raptor I love her. Okay, you were loved.
No, no, my wife.
Hey,
My
Okay,
good.
no.
I don't know. Good. I don't know if you heard, but Cuddly, but Nana used the spark from George to save the dragon.
Did I tell you?
And
I
George
can't-
was in the
I
100
honestly
episode
cannot
that
remember.
video.
Yeah, the
So-
dragon ate your spark.
No, it didn't.
Nana,
Nana shoved it in its forehead.
You know what?
It could have been worse. It could have gone somewhere
Sometimes you
else.
just
The
gotta do
look.
shit.
She not tell
Sometimes you
me,
just
but
gotta
now I
do
know.
shit, you know?
Get a nose now. She didn't know.
Yeah.
She didn't know.
It was considered if it would go
Oh.
up the nose or not, but directly into the forehead seemed like the better idea.
Yeah, Nana is on the nose though, so I think we should remember that. I do remember that you were like, and I was like, I'm climbing on the nose, so
Is a nostril
fine.
Nana sized? Could Nana just climb in?
no.
Yeah,
Aw.
probably. Actually, maybe. Like just about. She could like squeeze in there.
That's right. I'm asking the real questions tonight.
You really are. This is the problem.
Somebody stop me, please.
No.
Okay, roll that intro.
Yeah, I mean, She knows how to stop me. That's yeah. I'm just.
Wow, it's time for some Dramonia. Hi, everybody.
Whoa.
We are back after that week off, and we're coming to you from all over the world now. Not just 2 continents, but 3.
But-
So this is now a like multicultural, multi-continental stream. I feel like that should account for something. I'm just saying. But I hope you're all having a great Sunday. And I am Josie Poser. I'm the Dungeon Mistress. I have run this campaign for 2.5 years now. and I'm joined by some really good friends of mine. We have recurring guest and staying with us until who knows
Forever.
when. Dramonia playing Ash Morass, the Ooze Warlock. We've got Wetadorb coming to you from spanking brand new locations somewhere in the world. It's a dining room, and he's playing Arthur Orbit III, the Elven Ranger Rogue. We've got AussieDevFro, who's just happy to be here. And
He just works here.
he just works here. He
He's like
delayed
the
our
general.
stream because he needed to send an email to his manager.
Is contacting outside of work hours? I mean, really?
Yeah, that's like
That's overtime right there.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, overtime but underpaid. AussieDevFro is playing today. Rudy Magic Hands McGee, the Reforged Cleric.
No truer words have ever been spoken, and that's even with the 5.5% increase that we just got to our pays recently.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Australia wide, everyone gets it.
My pay hasn't changed. What?
Well, now sad that she's left Australia behind for the time being. Tell her
Yeah,
about
wow.
who's not included.
Moving on.
Cuddly Raptor, who sadly was out of the country, so doesn't get that 5.5%
Aw.
raise.
Bullshit.
He's playing Nana Malivora, the gnome druid, and enjoying a very nice beverage. We have
bubble tea.
Roju. Oh,
Water.
Oh.
yeah, it's a very nice beverage.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh God, I almost made a horrible joke there, but we're powering through.
Was it about the balls?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
yeah,
was.
we all. Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
was right up.
Mm.
Yeah. I was gonna instead of a good old D's nuts, I was gonna say tease balls because it's.
Tease
I like
balls.
that one. I
see,
like
yeah.
that one.
I like it though. It's
good.
Yeah.
acceptable.
But you
That one
you know
has
when you hit one with a straw, but you move over because you didn't want a ball. That's just that moment. Did you in fact tease the ball? That's the question. But Rodu from Participation
Absolutely.
Award is playing Gerald the Wizard,
hate it
the
here.
Warlock Sorcerer.
The ball lock sorcerer.
Haven't
Oh
you
my
missed
God.
all of us?
Oh
Haven't
my
you missed
God.
this?
I have.
No, nothing like teasing your balls 4 o'clock in the morning.
I woke up for this.
So did
For
I.
the ball teasing?
So do I.
I didn't go to bed for this, so you know it's.
Exactly.
I started this.
Mm.
So you're to blame. is
Now
what
I'm
you're saying.
yes,
Okay.
but now I'm ending it because we're
Did
about
you,
to
though?
get back in. What?
Wasn't. I thought I started this.
I mean,
Not
is
for a
this the time
while.
for
That's right.
semantics? Yeah, it
Mm.
took you forever though. I was the one
Mm.
no, it's
I
true.
talked
I
about
mentioned
D&D,
I was
yeah.
playing Dungeons
Yeah.
and Dragons, and you said, "Don't
I?
tempt me with a good time." That's how it all started.
Ah.
And a good time was
then-
down.
No, and to be fair, because Aussie did say, "Pester me every day until we've set a date." So no, you get the credit. AussieDevFro is to blame for all of this. I am clean.
Hey,
You asked for this.
I did.
Damn it,
Trying
Ozzy.
to legally distance herself from us.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know what you mean.
We.
Did we want to play some D&D?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
We're 3
warm
minutes
up to
late.
the recap.
Ah.
Yeah, and we would have been in time if it wasn't for someone sending an email.
I got a text
It was me, guys, I'm
that
so sorry.
literally said. It said. Anyway,
Wait,
just
you got a text and responded via email? That
yes,
sounds like
because
a
the
bit of a
text was the
roundabout.
email, something that was emailed to me. Just
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's not fine. I'm so upset.
That you didn't get the 5.5%
Roll the
raise.
recap.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so looking into that.
Yes. Last time, bless you, Drek. Last time on Dramonia, the party in a fierce battle against Marnie, the Collector Mencium, who had turned into this abomination, having absorbed her fellow lieutenants into this mass being with limbs and multiple brains. At the bottom of an icy cavern, you fought desperately. having your minds affected by the mental prowess and the impeding, impaling, and penetrating powers of Marty's own mind, just trying to get to you wherever you went. Some of you took the safe route of staying at distance. Some of you ran into the fray. Some of you hid in a hole. Some of you
Hey, that was
also,
tactical.
it was very tactical, especially considering that you did in fact launch a tactical nuke at Marnie before hiding in the hole, so I feel like it was worth it. But you all came out victorious. After Marnie split herself in two, you found your footing, and you managed to take down this collective of entities. Left behind were Marnie's body, one half of it smashed underneath an adamantine fortress that had been summoned, and the other blown to smithereens by a barrage of attacks. You found a ring made out of some form of congealed materia, seemingly very similar to Marnie's own body composition. Gerald managed to identify that this was somehow a dormant ring of wishes that could potentially be activated, but it was not currently within his grasp to figure out how. It would need more study. But you all managed to get back up through various means. You found at the top, at the edge of this chasm that has been opened in the ice during the first bout of this battle, when you fought all three lieutenants separately, the golden Ur-dragon Dionysus Fairlore. With what little resources you had left, you tried to heal him. But your spells, even though for you and your compatriots the healing may be potent, the sheer size of this dragon, the same healing was barely like putting a plaster on a little scrape. But Nana felt a tug. The golden strand attached to the spark of George, pulling towards Dionysus. Nana clambered up on the great dragon's nose and walked up to where this light was pointing. And as she placed the spark against the forehead of Dionysus, it sunk in. And his eyes opened, and for a moment they looked like they had on George, the constellations and nebulas of distant space showing. And as he blinked again, they returned to the golden eyes of his kin, and he exhaled. By the star. And that's where we're coming back in. As you're all gathered around a little setup that Gerald has made, and Anna climbed up on this dragon, and you just see a shift as he takes a deep breath in his massive form, his lungs expanding, moving snow to the side, the light snowfall still falling on all of you. You're exhausted, beaten, and the eyes, Dionysus, lock on you, Nana.
Oh, pardon
You-
me. And she
You
slides
don't
back
know
down.
what you have done. And the eyes follow you. And you feel the snow on the ground almost scrape and vibrate as one of the front legs move and places itself down, almost like he's trying to get up, but there's not enough energy and the arm falls limp again. The head moves slightly towards you, Nana, and the eye gets really close. I can go home. You see a golden tear form. Little one,
No.
you do not understand. would you have given me this day? And the eyes look up towards the sky. Oh, you do not understand. And the tear rolls down the side of the face. And as it's about to shatter down into the snow, it just fades into this golden dust. And it rushes into you, and you feel this warmth fill you. And all your various bleached spots, for a moment, gain a shimmering golden tinge before settling down.
Ooh.
And you all hear this voice speak, even though the mouth does not move. Where are my captors? And the head moves slightly, scraping a snowbank as it comes around. All of you on the other side, where Nana's jumped off on the right-hand side, all of you that are gathered around Gerald, you just see this wall of snow coming towards you.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh,
Gerald, get us out of it! Take me with you!
And as you pipe up, it stops, and the left eye sort of looks in your direction. My apologies. And the eyes close for a moment.
quite all right. You
Are
okay?
you my saviors?
Yes, I would say we are. Yes.
I am forever in your debt.
No, that's quite all right. You know, this is what we do.
After I saw you in the halls of the ore, I would never have expected. And then the eye falls on Ash. This one.
And Nana's on the other
squints
side,
down.
isn't she?
Yeah.
So she
Oh,
can't see.
You just
what's
see
going
you just see one eye that's like looking off to the side,
She's
but
like,
then the eye squints, and all of you on the other side can see as the gaze falls on Ash.
No, don't worry about Ash. She's quite all right. Just
Well,
a little misguided.
she's not had a good upbringing.
You vouch for this creature who participated in keeping me here.
Well, I have an idea if this might make things easier. Ash,
She
you
just
all
kind
right?
of looks
Yeah.
up slightly.
She's still a bit shell shocked, isn't she? Ash, do you have any ill will towards this dragon?
I just wanted to be friends with it.
Right. And you thought you were doing good things to help it out, right?
Yeah, you keep friends around.
Very good. And sort of like looks to the dragon and be like, yeah, look at this kid. Like, surely you can see what's.
And you see the gaze softens. Oh, poor child. I feel for you. Yes. And I feel your sorrow. But look at all of you. You are more harmed than I am.
Oh, we've been worse. Much
Have we?
worse. You
Oh,
have.
I suppose I've died before, so that's that.
I've been eaten a few
something.
times. I haven't been No, I got scorched the other day by a tail. You know what? Yes, I think I have had
I
worse.
think we're just in agreement. Yes, we're terrible.
Then, if you'd allow me, I would like to begin repaying for what you've done for me today.
Oh, thank you.
Uh,
I suppose. What do you have in mind?
Only if you're well enough.
Yes. This takes no physical toll, and thanks to you. And the eyes fall back on you, Nana. I feel like I can do it even better than before. It takes a deep breath again. And as he
Burns us all.
exhales, as he exhales, the snow immediately starts melting in a quick succession. The snow melts away, the sky clears, and all of a sudden, within 5 seconds, you're all in a meadow. Beautiful green trees, wildflowers surrounds you. The clear sky, though filled with stars, even during the daytime. And you see Dionysus still laying. You're all placed exactly as you were. Dionysus says, "Here we can rest. Safe."
Thank you. I think rest would be a good idea for all of us.
Yes, I thank you all greatly, but I too must rest. Please, do not worry about what happens elsewhere. In this place, time moves different.
Oh, where are we?
We are in a place of my creation.
Oh, very good then.
An hour in here is but a moment outside. So take all the time you need.
Oh, well, maybe we'll just stay in here then.
Well, until we have to go save the next dragon, Gerald. Don't get
I
too
mean,
ahead of
that
yourself.
That could be forever, right?
No, it would be as soon as we're able to. You know how this works.
Oh, I suppose. Anyway, we'll take at least some time.
Then you
I think-
feel the ground rumbling.
Rumble.
You realize Dionysus is snoring.
Oh,
He's
That's
just a
adorable.
big sleepy boy.
puckered out. Big snores.
Well, if it's that easy, then, may as well join in. And with that, Rudy wills his catatonic state to happen.
He just falls like
Yep.
someone cut the strings
Nana
Yeah, it
comes
just-
around the other side of the head just to be like,
Just to see Rudy.
oh my god. Helps untangle his limbs and lay him flat and be like, oh, you're going to get such a crick in your neck.
Yeah, and as you're doing all of this, his lidless eyes are just staring at you.
And this is so uncomfortable, Rudy, and I always wanted to tell you that.
I guess. Do we need the dome in here? I'm not sure if are we safe? I forgot to ask that before he fell asleep.
Arthur wants to look around,
I-
see if there's anything around that could be dangerous.
Make a perception check.
Oh, I don't know. Does my passive perception count?
Oh
now you're
my
doing it. That's different.
God.
It's different.
I mean, 29.
29,
do
yeah.
it.
You look around, just a quick sweep. No. Almost as far as your eyes can see, there's just endless rolling hills and wildflower meadows. And in the far distance, a tree line. You take a few steps, and feels like the tree line isn't getting any closer.
Hmm.
Oh, I think we're
Like,
safe here.
Like, as you look around, there's just this endless, like a couple of miles of just greenery, and then surrounded by a tree line.
It looks all real and doesn't seem like there's any danger to us at all. Gerald, can't you do tech magic even maybe? See if this is a different realm or something like that?
Oh, I already know this is a different realm. Dionysus seemed to indicate this is a demi-plane that he created.
Then I think we just get to sleep.
Yes, and starts casting Tiny Hut.
The
Can I
paranoia
put a
never
hole
stops.
inside the tiny hut?
Oh no.
You could.
Wait, if
Oh,
we're
no.
wait, hang on.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So now,
Please.
now it is no longer the hut dome hearth. It is now. Now we've got the hole in the hut. We got the hole in the hut, in the hearth, in the tower, in the demi-plane.
Yeah, so there's the dome at the
What
top,
the hell?
then there's a shaft,
Hmm.
and then
Look, I can't say that we won't ever be this protected anywhere else in the game ever.
The whole dome. The dome hole.
the doll home.
I mean, and
Yeah.
remember that
The
that
doll-
Gerald
wait.
is Did you stud?
Hmm?
No, but you have the potential to learn how to do arcane.
Well, I've got a little bit of time now. from the
Sanctum.
sounds of
Yeah, you
things,
you,
so-
you can learn to
Yeah.
cast the sanctum. as
yeah,
well.
I'm gonna
Wow.
I'm gonna spend this time doing
Wow.
exactly that. I'm gonna start reading that book, yo,
God.
or the treatise, as it were,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
yes, the manual of
it's
private
more.
sanctum.
Yes, it's just a theory behind the spell essentially. But yes, we said that if you spend this time, you can add it to your Book of Shadows.
Yes.
Yeah. So yes, you are indeed safe here. Every hour spent here will be equal to about a minute in the outside on the material plane.
Ooh, that's
Sweet.
nice. Does that mean a long rest?
Hell yeah, it does.
And switching spells?
Hell yeah,
That
it
is
does.
true. Yeah. Also, laying around is just the remnants of Pesty as well. It's just laying on the ground.
Oh yes.
Hey, thank you so much for the
Yeah, that's
thank you
what
so
I
much for
wanna
the
switch
raid,
myself.
roll stream. I really appreciate it.
With that
Absolute
one.
champion.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome on in, Caspar. Welcome on in, Jojo, and of course, roll stream as well. Hello, hello. I'm the one down in the corner over here. I'm AussieDevFro. Welcome on in. And welcome to our D&D campaign, Dramonia, where we're on our 102nd episode. How are you guys going? You gonna playing some Vampire the Masquerade? I'm assuming the tabletop version. Assuming the tabletop version. Yeah, we're just playing regular old 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons with a few Pathfinder sort of elements mixed in terms of like sort of concepts and stuff like that. And yeah, that's what we're doing. Welcome on in.
Nana will set
How are you
up
all
a
doing?
little, like probably her bedroll. And sort
So
of
just
prop
as a quick
him up,
FYI,
make sure he's comfy and such
we
a
I tend to mainly respond via text chat during the Dungeons and Dragons stream. So it's not that I don't want to respond via microphone. It's just that I don't want to interrupt the game too much. So I'll probably have to get back into the game. But for a super quick recap, how's this campaign been going? This campaign has been going on for over 2 years, and as for tonight's session, we just completed quite a large boss battle last week, and we've come into the sort of the repercussions of that boss battle where we rescued an dragon that was being held captive. And we're kind of just having a bit of a nap, having a long rest, and figuring out our next move, which might be to quickly race off and save another dragon. So that's kind of where we are. We're towards I would say the last quarter of the campaign where the stakes are kind of being raised and all that sort of jazz. So lots of end of the world shenanigans. But we all roleplay very, very silly characters, so expect a lot of laughs along the way. But I'll jump back into the game now. But I'll tend to you guys via the text chat from now on. Again, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for the raid roll stream, and welcome on in, everybody.
His 4 hours of catatonia. Gerald is studying inside the hut, doing some homework. Nana is going to bed. What's Arthur doing? What's Ash doing?
Arthur would want to like hang out with Ash and just be like, you know, here's a little game and play a little game with them. Like just spend time with them, keep them distracted.
Okay.
Ash is going to offer a cup of floor water.
Arthur is gonna just slide a hand that sort of stuff and pretend he's gonna drink
I
it.
do one of those.
Well, like, look at this part of the game. Look at that part of the game.
So
And
tasty.
like, I don't know what it looked like, but does Ash just like take a cup, reach into the hole, and it comes up, and there's like water in the cup?
I also have a bucket.
Yeah.
If the cup isn't big enough, there's a bucket.
What color would the bucket turn? How is Ash feeling?
Gray.
Oh. So very, almost like a muted emotions. A bit of a uncertain what to feel. Everything jumbled.
I'd probably say sad.
Sad. Okay.
Okay. Arthur's acting like the biggest goofball. Like,
Doing that thing. Someone said, I need to make them laugh.
yeah, that's exactly what Arthur's doing. He's pretending to be the biggest goofball and just want to put a smile on their face.
Then you'll drink the cup water.
That's a threat.
You will drink the cup.
How about we both drink it?
My hole is clean.
Is it? Arthur looks in the cup and does the water look clean?
Gonna slide right past that one, huh?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we really are.
You maybe see quite a lot of debris floating in the water.
You better drink that. You better drink that.
Like it's, yeah.
It's rude to not drink someone's floor water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone can tell you this.
Arthur is
Come on,
going.
Arthur. Roll that constitution check, eh?
Going to do a like lips are pressed and do the whole like doesn't actually take her mouth full.
Oh, that kind of strikes me as a deception.
Yeah, I need a
I
deception
don't
check.
know.
I feel like the constitution check would have been better. Or...
You'll need a constitution check in a second
never
when you
trust
really
a fool?
No, because you're not playing dumb. You're trying to just.
You're
trying to
deceive
lie
me.
to a sad person.
Yeah.
Trying to lie to a child after they've had their
Lie
childhood
to a
friend murdered in
child.
front of them.
I mean,
How?
I can't believe this.
Ooh, actually, that's pretty good.
Not this.
Yeah,
What
that's-
is what is the passive insight for Ash?
Fuck.
11.
11. Okay, yeah, no. Arthur's obviously drinking the whole water.
I got to say it
Drac
has
will
the
remember
interest.
this.
Like Ash may be fooled, but Drac knows.
Drac knows.
Drac will remember this.
This water's got an interesting taste.
It's my own brew.
Oh, what do you use to brew it?
Love.
Now don't you feel awful?
Oh my god.
Besides love, what else do you put in it?
Time and energy and effort.
Fuck you.
It's just a child walking up to a parent with a mud pie and just like,
Yeah.
Eat it.
You Drac, let's
Oh
let's
my
get play.
God.
Oh, this Drac. Let's go play a game. I mean, I'm trying to make Drac get off my back.
Drac, I would drink your floor.
You want floor water?
Yeah, in real life, yeah. I shouldn't promise these things.
I think the party needs to go to sleep before this gets out of control.
Look, let's go play a game.
Hey, I was happy to go to sleep, but apparently now we're playing a game. Is it who can drink the floor water fastest?
You know what? It is that game. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Arthur pulls out another cup and goes, fill that one up. Let's see who can drink the fastest.
Oh no. We do it by buckets.
Just go to sleep, dude.
You know what? We might play this tomorrow. I don't think I already have to go to the toilet. I think drinking a bucket is
What is
gonna make
this?
me go
Yeah.
even faster. So how about we get to bed?
I will say, make another perception check, Arthur.
Ooh, that's a 14 that time.
You look around and you realize as you say that, as you stand up doing the whole like, oh.
Not that.
You look around and yeah, there's just open meadow. Where would you go to do your nature calling business without everyone being able to see you?
At this point, Nana's like propped Rudy up on a backpack, so he's just staring.
At Arthur, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, obviously he would go where Rudy's not staring.
Okay. So everyone is getting ready for bed. Arthur walks over to the other side of the dragon.
I knew you would do. If you pee on this dragon, I swear to God.
That's when he finds out the dragon
Please
sleeps
no.
with one eye half open.
I mean, my back's turned to the dragon as well, so.
I'm mooning the dragon now. Wow. Arthur.
Arthur, they're gonna pee. It's not like I'm bringing bare ass on it. I mean, yeah, he does what he has to, and he walks back, sort of shaking one foot.
Yeah. How long does Gerald stay up reading, studying, scribing?
Just until he's tired, I suppose, and then.
Well, he hasn't had a long rest in almost 2 days now.
Oh God, has it really been that long?
Yeah.
Well, he probably doesn't get far into it before he just passes out. Then, if that's the case. But then once he wakes up, he'll, continue, I suppose.
Does Ash sleep in the hole?
I shall probably sleep around everyone else, but have got the cowbell to sleep on.
Yep.
Comfy, yeah.
And it's so comfortable. It's like as soon as you put your head on it, you're like, oh God, and you just drift off. A couple hours later, Rudy, you're the first one to come to. As you feel this just surge as your central nervous system kicks back in. And you can move again.
Right now, what do I do
Everyone
for a few
else
hours?
is asleep. And you realize the sun in this place, the sun hasn't moved. It's still almost as a sea in its position.
It's mildly unnerving. Ever so slightly. It's like time isn't moving at all. I don't like that.
Or are you wanting to do anything particular, or are you waiting for everyone else to wake up?
I don't really think there's anything he's really got to spend time on, really. Yeah, no, I mean, he'd probably. Actually, where would we be keeping the spare, Arthur's old marina armor? Would that be in Nana's?
Arthur's got it.
Arthur's got it in his
Yeah.
backpack.
And it's
Yes.
Right. All right. Rudy would sneak on over to Arthur's backpack and attempt to relieve him of that armor.
Arthur, you are not technically incapacitated. You are aware that someone is getting closer to you, even though you're in your meditative state.
Yeah, all right. Arthur is full on gonna. Do I have to roll anything to see if he is there, or can I just wake up and be like, "Hey,
You can just like come out of it.
ah, Rudy, hi."
Arthur, don't. It's just me. I'm just going to pee. What? That Arthur, get.
I mean, when I open my eyes,
Hands in his bag. I'm just going to pee.
In the back.
In on my shit. Yeah, when I wake up, it's not the first thing I am expecting to see.
Well, that's just rude. Honestly, that is terrible. How dare you say that the first thing you see is my face and it's not a good thing?
Wait, shut up. You're being a bit loud. We're going to wake the others. What do you want?
You just go back to sleep.
There's a sudden like little whip motion at the end of the dragon's tail.
See, look what you're doing. You're waking up the dragon. Now just go back to sleep.
I can't now. I'm awake.
No, yes you can. You go into your weird meditation thing. I know you can.
How long has it been? Has it been 4 hours?
Nah, you need like 1 hour more. Just about.
Arthur
Everyone
goes,
else is still asleep though.
Arthur goes, fine, I'll go back to sleep. But he sort of like doesn't go back to sleep until he hears Rudy walk off behind the dragon. Because he said he needed to pee, so.
This is awkward standoff.
Rudy just stands there.
Arthur just pretends he's leaving.
Oh my god.
Well, with the passive insight and perception of Rudy, you also know that Arthur is faking it.
Arthur, I know you're awake.
I thought you needed to go pee.
I told you needed to go to sleep.
Oh.
So that continues for about like 20 minutes.
Amazing.
Eventually, the morning comes. Well, what constitutes as a morning? Rudy's still standing over Arthur. Arthur's just laying there. Gerald, you wake up, face full of book.
Well, feels like I haven't slept in days. Well, I hadn't.
Yeah, you look over and you see Ash with her head on this cowbell.
My mouth
She
tastes
just
like
looks
ink.
so comfortable,
Cuddling a bucket.
cuddling a bucket. That is like slowly, gradiently changing colors every now and then.
Still asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, have a little stretch and have a little walk around and see what everyone's up to.
Nana is still asleep because she needs that extra sleep. And then you kind of well, if you were thinking about it mathematically, you might think maybe she didn't actually go to sleep when she said she was. Maybe she just laid there awake for a little while.
Yeah. Gerald, as you stretch and walk around, you see the Dionysus' eyes are open. They're looking at the sky.
Oh, good morning, I guess. Did you have a good rest?
Morning. It was the first time in a long time that I had proper sleep.
Oh, I feel that.
You still see wounds covering his body. He looks like his eyes look a bit more attentive. The demeanor seems a bit more awake, energized. has shifted position a little bit, but you can still see there are tears in the wings, large gashes all over the body, missing patches of scales.
You've, well, I'm sure you've seen better days, but at least you're free now, so that's something.
Yes. I am. In many ways.
I mean, I do have a lot of questions, but I suppose everyone does. I'd
Yes.
like to, once they're all awake, would you mind if we chatted some about
Not at
all of this?
all. You have earned it.
And yes, well, Joe's like, how do I make small talk with an dragon?
Wait, but we can all hear the dragon responding, though, can we? Or
Yes,
Yeah.
you can.
Oh, if you're awake, yeah.
Rudy, of course he is. He was
Is-
standing over
is-
Arthur.
Oh, right. Oh, is this
They're
still
having a
happening when
standoff.
I wake up? Is this,
Yeah.
you're just standing
Arthur now has to go to the toilet again.
there?
He's like, Rudy.
With all this
you want-
talk of everyone needing to go to the toilet, Drac now needs to go to the toilet. It's like, the mentions of how many times your characters pee in the space.
So
Well,
much.
look,
so much.
he hasn't
So what
peed in
happens
2
is
days.
that suddenly there's like a klunk klunk sound as Ash stands up, cuddling a cowbell and a bucket, and says something akin to "I need to pee" and hops into the hole. And Drac, you may go pee.
Uh-oh.
Floor water.
No.
Floor
That better not be
water.
the floor water.
Drink the floor water.
No.
Yes.
Arthur sees that and he's gone right off behind the dragon. He's like, nope.
I mean, no, Arthur, you could just wait till Ash is out of. Oh, never mind. But well, hold on. Before now, Rudy's like kind of addressing the dragon and Gerald. Before anyone goes anywhere, I suppose we should. Oh, wait, no. You know of our situation from when you saw us with the oar the other day?
I know some. I listened in to some of your conversation. I do not know everything you've been through, but I feel I might hold the other piece of the puzzle, having traveled with Jalira for a time.
That could not have been a fun time.
I would not say it was entertaining. No.
And Nana's still asleep, correct? Because she needs an extra.
She needs 2 hours, I believe.
Gerald is going to, for the first time, attempt to make breakfast.
Oh, shit.
I'll help you.
That'll get her up pretty
No,
fucking
I'm going to
quick.
help you. That's a grand idea, Gerald. Let's go.
No.
Arthur walks back around.
What?
Oh,
Going,
no.
what are you guys doing?
Just let me do this, would you?
Well, I do have an actual question. Drac, now that you're back, I have a question.
Yes.
Does Ash pee?
You'll
Like-
never know.
Yeah, considering that she's not like a humanoid.
Does
she
Ash
doesn't
pee or does
exactly
she
have.
ooze? Is it...
What do
Does
you
she
like to know?
I would love if she just like doesn't know what it is, and she's just like, well, everyone else is doing it, so I'm gonna hop in the
Yeah,
pool and like do it.
That's my head canon. She's
Yeah,
now
give
sitting in
knowledge,
the
like,
hole
what do I
awkwardly.
do?
She's just in the hole, like I'm supposed
like,
to be here for like.
This
a
is kind of
moment.
boring. Like, what would it take
Why
him?
do people
30
do this?
seconds?
Yeah.
So that would be funny.
But yeah, Gerald's gonna attempt to
Okay.
make something
Are you
resembling
accepting
breakfast.
Rudy's help?
Absolutely not.
Okay, make a wisdom check.
Oh my God.
Wisdom check.
Just a wisdom check, please.
I burned. See, Arthur, I burn one casserole, and all of a sudden, no one wants me to touch the food anymore. And look what he's doing!
Yeah, there's
Look,
somehow it's just
I would
the
like to
boiling
argue
water
that
is burning.
it's not an art, it's a science. So maybe I could apply intelligence to this.
Wow.
No.
And would not art be charisma?
Arthur, can Arthur come over?
You
And...
immediately go to like, I'm gonna make breakfast. And you realize that you haven't actually made breakfast in a long time.
It's been a hot minute, yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, what do I need to make breakfast? And what happens is rather, Nana, when you come to, like a little over an hour later, your bag of holding is emptied on the ground, and Gerald is currently trying to pull the cauldron out. Because, that's the only
Everything else
cooking
is
implement. That's the only cooking implement this group has.
That is so funny. Because if you had burned something, she would have been up like that. But you just trying to get the.
Yeah, well, it's not so much stuff. It's more like you were trying to get some cooking utensils out, and then you got a hold of the cauldron, and now it's stuck, like in the lip of the bag. You can't get it back in. You can't pull it out. It's stuck there.
And she just kind of groggily blinks and goes, "Oh no, there's a finesse to it." And she just kind of like
Oh, no. Oh,
crawls out of bed.
oh no. I wanted to make you breakfast for once.
Oh, that's so lovely. As
So
she
it was
absentmindly is
a
tugging.
foot on the bag of holding it, like two hands trying to like. Yeah.
You got a hold of the handle, the little metal bar.
Well, yeah. I mean, because all you need to actually do is think cauldron and reach in there to grab it. So
Yeah.
I'm like just trying to go.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, and Nana shifts one thing ever so slightly, and that's what needs to come, and because she's done this before, and that's what it needed. It comes loose.
I just want to point out that we offered our help 2 hours ago.
It wasn't that long. Don't exaggerate, Rudy.
No, it has been 2 hours.
Oh my god. And then it just goes, "Oh, that's so
Gerald
lovely."
knows that outside it's only been 2 minutes.
That's right. I've only been at this at 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
And
Can
as
we
he falls
ape
out of the
inside
hole,
of the alternate dimension?
yes, is the answer.
So we're actually older coming out, but it's only been 2 minutes. So really, we're losing our life faster than
It's
what
a
we would
hyperbolic
usually.
time
It is. I was just gonna say it's a hyperbolic time chamber.
Wow.
Oh my
Time to get our
gosh.
training on.
I know,
Training
right?
arc.
Yeah, basically. Come out swole.
Oh my gosh.
So
Literally.
we're level 20 when we leave, right?
We could just
Muscle
throw the
usage.
train ourselves. We don't need any fancy shenanigans.
Just train with the dragon for a full year in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
I
You know what,
mean,
dude, we could.
That sounds so good.
No.
Oh.
But at some point during those 2 hours, Ash comes back out of the hole. I'm assuming.
Offers to and subsequently collects without receiving an answer all of the crockery, saying, "I'll go wash up."
yeah, Rudy's getting really
Dumps it
hungry at this
down
point.
into the hole. I mean, you could just pull the sink out and put it on the ground.
Oh my god. You really could. Nana's still
Ash.
waking up, so she's like, I don't know what. She's kind of
Yeah.
just
So
staring.
now, as you're staring around, Gerald's setting up the cauldron. He's putting something in the cauldron, and instead of putting like making a little fire, there's like a mage hand holding a fire bolt that's just like charting, and you can just tell, like Nana, you're just looking. Your mind isn't really in the ability to process, but you're like in your head, it's like he's burning your cauldron.
No. He wouldn't be burning it because all he'd be doing is using
no.
prestidigitation to warm it a cubic foot at a time.
Okay, yeah. So
So
One
he's
of the
only
engines
warming,
warmed
like,
up, the other part
yeah,
is
yeah. So
cooled
2
down,
hours
and then-
later, the water starts boiling. It's like,
Well,
Nana, please stop
Yeah,
but
him.
sorry,
I'm
you
getting
still
very
rolled a
hungry.
natural one, Gerald. So like, your breakfast is failing.
I mean, yes, undoubtedly, but I wouldn't be burning it, is what I'm saying.
Nana
Can't burn
turns
things
from
with
this
prestidigitation.
madness. Turns from the madness, and I think I rearranged all my spells, and turns to Pesty and goes, "Right, we can sort that out later, but first you.
But I'm hungry.
You can wait, Rudy."
Well, you
I
know,
think this moves on.
considering prestidigitation heats up, it doesn't really say how much, so it all depends on how much Gerald is cooking, but this is gonna take some time.
I don't think.
Perfect.
Yeah,
That's
like an hour.
Yeah, like you're trying to get the water to boil, but you're only heating up like a little bit at a time. But it is safer. Gerald is convinced that this is the safer method.
Absolutely. None of this. I'm not using open fire. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
No
man.
open fire.
No open fire.
There's no chance
Wait!
of any like big steam vents coming up from sudden boiling.
Rudy runs over to Gerald and offers up the pie plate and goes, "Just heat this, please. I'm starving."
Yeah, sure. Just,
Oh,
Yeah,
another
and
thank-
round of
I aberrate.
prestidigitation.
Whoop!
Oh, thank Ogathor.
It is. Roll me a dice. Roll me a d8.
A D8? All right.
Yeah.
I was like desperate, like, where's rations when I need them? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Who needs rations when you got a pie plate? 7.
It's a pie or 8. Okay. A
Yeah,
7.
true.
Yeah, you get a essentially what's just a minced beef pie.
Oh, and Rudy happily sits down and just starts eating the pie in front of Arthur.
Arthur goes, "Oh, that must look pretty tasty."
Oh, it's delicious.
To make
Oh,
it,
is it?
quick question about the Pyre8. Does it
Yeah.
does it need to be like reheated every time to make a new pie, or is it just as long as it stays
Yes,
hot,
but
it
it's
keeps pumping
also
out
no,
pies?
it's limited. I think it has like a 1 hour reset or something.
Mm.
It
think
should
that's
say
what
on
you
the
said,
item
something like
itself.
Oh, sorry. That was a question.
What's the cooldown
Wait,
on pies?
hang on. It says, wait, it's an actual item?
Isn't it?
Is it? I just
Should be,
typed
right?
pipe. I just put a custom item in my inventory and said pie plate, heat
well,
for pie.
It's a 1 hour cooldown. Like it needs to properly cool down again. Gather some more magic.
Pie magic. Nice.
Pie
Ah,
magic.
Who
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
like a bit of
But,
pie?
but
Pie
essentially,
flavor.
all Gerald is actually making is probably the only dish he knows, which is just like real basic porridge,
Water and oats.
water and oats.
Water and oats.
And he's still
Not even salt, just water and oats.
Oh no, he's using prestidigitation for flavoring as well. So
Yeah, but no actual salt.
no
it's-
actual
it's-
salt. No, it's all just
No.
magic.
So it's like anyone who eats this porridge, it has flavor, but you don't know what flavor. It is just flavor.
It's like the wrong flavors.
It's like you can tell your taste buds are finding something, but it is very hard to discern what.
Rudy is not touching the porridge. He is only eating his pie.
Okay, Nana.
Yes.
Oh, you'll touch the porridge eventually. I know you. You won't resist.
Damn it, he's got me there.
Nana, you were walking up to Pesty.
Mm.
What do you want to do?
I want to. Does it look like Pesty has slept at all, or probably just laid there?
He
Maybe
looks. You can't
rested.
tell if he's sleeping right now or if he's just very tired.
Hmm. Yeah. So she'll just kind of shrug off the sleep a little bit and sort of kneel down next to him, put a hand on his shoulder, sort of very gentle shake, see if he wakes up or if he's just exhausted. And as she does that, she'll go, "All right, time to get you fixed up." Uh, and she'll take. I know I have some rations left, so I'm just gonna.
Hold on.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on a moment.
Mhm.
I think my internet may be dying because you've all frozen and I just hear
Oh
robot
no!
cuddly.
Oh,
Sorry. Beep
oh,
boop.
you sound fine to us at least.
Yeah,
Okay.
You
And you don't. Your camera's
yeah.
not lagging either.
Yeah, you're fine. to
Okay,
us.
then I don't know what the issue is, but yeah, no.
Am I robot to anyone else?
Nope.
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 No,
Oh,
it's on
okay.
my end because
Oh,
all
it
of
is on your.
you are
Oh,
I
okay.
think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
on the stream as well. It's like
Yeah.
like mega framey.
That is curious.
Yes, it is. Very curious.
Yeah, everyone's kind of going slow-mo on your stream at the moment.
Yes.
Quite amusing.
Now we're making it. Well, of course they are. Of
No,
course.
now you're all back. That was all
No,
back.
no, these two are
We
still in
fixed
slow
it.
mo. They're still in slow mo.
Obviously, we fixed it. No, we're sorry.
Okay. It looks on my stream preview as well, everything looks like it's back to normal.
Very good.
I love it.
Excellent.
I love it.
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
Thank you for confirming for me, Drake.
Yeah. Oh
That
no,
it
it's
wasn't-
it seems like it's gone back to slow-mo on your stream. But it's going up and down.
Okay, wow.
Should we?
Well,
We could take a
Continue,
break,
or-
maybe.
Or do you need a break? Or
yeah, let's do an early break before we get to the pesty scene. We'll do an early break. Everyone who needs to go to the bathroom. Everyone double check what the stuff's, and I don't know, I'm gonna check.
I'm an
things.
ooze. I don't need to.
And Ooze going to the bathroom, is it just like expelling like things that have gone into your body and that aren't dissolving
No, it's just
properly?
splitting into another one of itself.
Just
Oh my
creating a little
God.
slime. Like, okay.
Slime cat.
Could I have
I
all of you who are still here to do like some movement? Because I'm looking at the stream preview. Okay, no, it looks like the stream is back to normal. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, that's good.
Lovely.
Yes, but
Okay.
I'm also gonna take this opportunity to go.
You know what? Let's all take the opportunity.
I'm
How are your
not-
T-balls?
I'm actually though I'm
My
gonna go
balls
to
are
my
so
new
tasty.
break scene. I'm gonna to my new break scene because I've got my own tradie special mid roll.
Let's go.
Oh,
So
very nice.
I'll be back here soon, and you all enjoy this new ad break.
Bye, everyone.
Hmm. Well, I'm still going to be here for a moment. But I will take the opportunity to, if Twitch lets me run some ads so you don't have to deal with that otherwise later. And it will not let me, so never mind. Now the question is, how do we rehabilitate Ash?
I don't think there's enough therapy in existence.
To unpack all of that.
No, I don't think. I don't think we've got enough years in our lives to role play that level of therapy either. How does this make you feel?
Yeah.
Murderous.
Yes. Orb.
I was kind of trying to figure out what new filter you had on your camera there, Orb, and then realized it was your chair.
Yeah, it's new chair filter.
You got little hand sockets.
I was about to say that's where the boob groping is, right? It's like that.
You know what'd be funny though? If I can't get my hands out.
You put both of them in there as well.
Yeah. Just to stick his hands through, and then one of his kids runs on, puts cuffs on him, and runs off.
Oh dear.
There'll be no more boob grabbing anymore.
What do I come back to? Boob grabbing?
Boob grabbing, yeah.
This is our favorite pastime now with the
Yeah,
chair.
yeah.
He's just got a very handsy chair.
I will not demonstrate again. I almost strapped
I
myself.
don't know. I think I missed it the first time. I think you're gonna have to.
Definitely
I-
not
wow.
with both hands. Definitely not with both hands.
What? Okay, now I'm just curious. What
Alright.
is this?
Arthur has a new filter.
Oh no.
A hand filter.
The hand filter. Definitely filters out the hands. But Orb put both hands in and got it stuck. And so it was just having
Just I mean, boobs are pretty great.
They are. It's an undisputed fact.
I mean, everyone can appreciate a good. No, I'm not gonna say anything more. Nope, nope, nope.
You know, this
Okay,
is
well,
the-
I'm gonna come back from my break scene to main scene now.
This
Okay.
is my very first time that I've had a long rest, and the staff has not had full charges at the end of it.
Oh, your staff does not have full charges
Yeah, it's it only recharged up to 17 total.
out of what?
20.
Oh no. Well, luckily you grabbed a new cool feat.
I know, which is pretty great.
Why
It's
is
I
that?
For the
shouldn't grab-
viewers.
Yeah, because we all got a
Holy
feat
hands.
at the end of that.
Yeah, I was
major
gonna say, like, as we
milestone combat.
wrap up the break, last time everyone, instead of leveling up after that big battle, everyone got a feat. And how about we take a lap around and people can tell us what they got? What about Arthur?
Arthur got the observant feat.
Nice.
Yes.
And what it does is increases your intelligence or wisdom score by 1. You can see a creature's mouth while it is speaking a language you understand. You can interpret what they are saying by reading its lips. You have a +5 bonus to your passive perception and passive investigation scores.
Yeah.
I like it.
So his elf eyes do see.
So
Everything.
much.
AussieDevFro, what did you pick?
Yeah, really just got overclock, which allows him to use an action to recharge magical items. But he's not interested in that. He's interested in the additional attunement slot. Yeah,
Oh, so good.
it's just
Yeah.
super useful.
What about Roju? What did you pick for Gerald?
Same thing.
Overclock. And I will just take a moment to say this is a homebrew feat that I made that gives an extra attunement slot, and once per day you can recharge a singular attuned item as if it had passed its recharge requirement.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. Drac, what did you pick for Ash?
That's a question.
It sure is. Do you have
Resilience.
an
Resilience. increase an ability score by 1, and you gain proficiency in saving throws, and I chose to do that to intelligence due to the fact that we were getting bombarded by mental fuckery, and so
Mental
that
decay.
seemed story appropriate to.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you also did absorb the last piece of Marnie, sort of assimilating into you rather than you being assimilated into Marnie.
Okay. Well,
Speaking of mental corrosion, after the long rest, did that resolve?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Well, that's okay,
Oh,
because
good.
then I suppose we would have
Diamonds for
thrown...
days.
Well,
I also put the greater restoration on, so I was like,
Does
all
it
right,
need? Does it
we'll,
need
we'll
greater?
tag team this.
Is
Yeah,
that
it
the only
does.
thing?
Yes.
That can
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Alright.
Or greater restoration or a wish spell.
Oof.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what? We can...
Aye,
Because
aye,
greater
aye.
restoration specifically says it restores any reduced stats.
Yeah.
Right.
So we could...
Yes.
Rudy could pump that out twice, if need be.
Yeah, I can also do stuff.
But
Yes.
Cuddly, you gotta tell us what feat
Oops,
Nana
I did not mean to
got.
do that. Sorry, my bad.
Okay. Yeah. No, we're good. Yeah. Okay. So, and this is Josie approved. Due to story beats and everything, Nana has received the gift of the metallic dragon.
Oh.
Which is what
so
we
that-
did at the little start there.
Yeah. So that is draconic healing. So you can learn the cure wound spell. Nana already knows this. But I can do it without expending a spell slot. So I can basically just do it
Ooh,
at will, which is really nice.
That's really
Um,
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can cast it once for free every day, and it's always prepared, so you
Yeah.
don't need to use any of your own preparation
I can,
slots.
yeah, which is so nice. And the one that I was really interested in, and also Nana is very interested in as well, is protective wings, which means when you or another creature you can see within 5 feet of you is hit by an attack, you can use your reaction to grant a +5 bonus to the target's AC against that attack roll, potentially causing it to miss. You can use this reaction 5 times per long rest.
Oh,
So it's like being able to use the shield spell on someone
Yeah.
else.
Oh, that's
Protect.
real nice.
We protect. She attacks, she protect.
But she doesn't heal herself.
You know,
No, she doesn't. Much to my
she heal others.
aggravation.
What the heck?
Nana's on 1 HP. How's everyone doing?
That's when Rudy just comes down.
Point to the
and
lie.
just-
Point to the lie.
Um, I just want to note we only have 1 greater restoration from Rudy because he has already precast one on himself.
That is okay. Well, how many people? Because Arthur was he not healed? Okay.
But
I think Ash was healed.
I
Yeah.
was healed.
Mhm.
I had
Yep.
full, like, removal
Hmm.
from what I
Yes.
recall, because
Yep.
all mine seems to have disappeared. So.
Yeah, that's fine. Because you know what I'm doing after this? I'm gonna cast these spells, and then I'm going back to sleep for another 8 hours. Anyway.
It doesn't quite work like that. You can only benefit from a long rest once per 24-hour cycle.
Oh no, that's okay. Worth it, I think.
You're not a
And-
warlock.
Speaking of 24-hour cycle, where are we abouts in that cycle? In terms of like
Oh yeah.
perception of 24 hours, say dawn.
In this demi-plane, you have no idea. But considering how many hours you've spent here, it's outside. Because when you finished the battle, it was just like the sun was rising. You arrived just as the sun started rising, and but by the end of the fight, the sun was like fully risen. And now it's been like 10-15 minutes in the outside world only.
Mm,
Oh.
cool.
Yeah.
And by cool, I mean not so cool, because that's not dawn.
I
So.
was trying to.
Oh, you mean you wanted to?
Well, I'd found a reason to roll my new dice. I was like, yes, now I can use one of the dice because it doesn't need math.
No.
But I can't because it's not dawn. So
I'm
We'll
sad
get to
for
Is
dawn.
you.
it for your bazooka?
I'm so sad for you.
I was like, this is my time. But no. Okay.
That's a good question. Does the Staff of Power say long rest or dawn?
Oh, good question.
I'm asking Broju if his gets recharged.
expended charges. Yeah, daily at dawn.
Oh.
So
You
that
have not, in
technically
fact,
hasn't been
regained
charged.
those charges.
There we
Oh,
go. That's what we wanted. Okay. Cool.
well,
Sweet.
I mean, I'm assuming we're not going to need them here anyway. So,
Hopefully not.
And you can
Okay.
always use your fancy new feet feature.
but I mean, if it was already dawn when we left, then it would have already recharged before we left. So,
No, it would have recharged just before the fight started.
just before the fight started.
Yeah, because we started at like
We slept
Because you
overnight on
landed when the
Dragon.
sun rose.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Yeah.
the battle started as the sun rose.
Remember we tried to do a
Oh.
rest on the dragon
Yeah.
while
You know,
flying
I
over?
don't think we're fighting Jalira like this anyway, guys. So it's gonna be okay.
Yeah. How about we
I'm
just
capped out already.
because
Huh.
who else requires
No
who's
5, 6, and 7.
who's
So that
Uh,
means
so-
so that means it's not for another day that I'll get charges back. Then is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Well, shit, that's terrible.
Well,
you
what do you
take
mean? You got that
13
fancy
off
new feet that lets you
yeah
do
just
exactly that.
use overclock.
I suppose. All right, fine. We'll
I
say I just use that then.
Yeah, you use your overclock.
Wait, could no, that doesn't work that way. Never mind.
What do you mean?
Nah, is a silly idea. I was just gonna quickly ask who
Are you hand waving a silly idea in a D&D campaign?
Yeah, are you kidding me?
I
You know
was
who
going
am.
to
Is
ask
there
if
such a thing as a silly idea in a D&D
no, it
campaign?
legitimately is because I answered my own question before I even asked the question.
Well, now I want to know what your question
The
was.
Yeah.
question was, could Rudy use his action to recharge the magical item for Gerald, but
No.
it has to be
'cause it
attuned on
specifies-
yourself. Yes,
yes,
as you said earlier. So I
specifying-
answered my own
yeah.
question.
Wow, what a silly idea.
Yeah.
It's well, I mean, lending resources. What a lousy idea. No one would allow that except Nana, who only survived a disintegration ray because Gerald lent her some inspiration.
Which
What a
doesn't exist
silly
anymore.
idea.
So,
Too much power for me.
does Gerald need a greater restoration on his intelligence?
Well, yeah, int and wisdom.
Or into
I mean,
wisdom, sorry, it's both.
technically, it's
heals
not
both.
currently affecting him as such, so it's not super urgent.
Because it's either
because-
you or Arthur that gets the second one.
Well, because essentially
What am I, cut class? I
My
literally have 2.
my wisdom
Don't
was
worry about it.
11 and it's gone
I
down
got
to 10, so
you.
there's no modifier difference. And int is being like over buffed by the circlet anyway, so even though his base score is affected, the circlet just resets it to 19 anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the reason I don't want you to do it, Nana, is so that someone still has spell slots at the 5th level. So we don't want to use them all on
I have
others.
to do one on myself anyway, so
Oh, do we? Okay,
No.
well, I'll do Arthur then.
get out of here. Yeah, get out of here.
Arthur, reset your intelligence and wisdom.
Okay, remember that you have to mark off the resources.
I am marking off the 100 diamond dust requirement every time.
You are so
I-
rich.
I had 2,000 worth of diamonds sitting
God.
there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, we were stocking them for revivifiers.
We were. Every time you gave us a diamond, Josie, it just went straight to Rudy. It's in stockpile them all
I
campaign.
mean, diamonds are a girl's best friend.
And Rudy loves them.
Rudy's a mom.
Now-
Canon.
Now that we are giving things to people, Arthur pulls out his studded leather and go, Nana, this one's going to be for you.
Well, as you do that, we're gonna come in too, as Nana has walked over to Pesty.
Okay.
Nana, floor is yours.
Yeah, so Nana kneels down, very gentle shake on the shoulder, sort of just checks to make sure he's still there and alive, and decides that he must just be very exhausted. So what she does is she sort of roots around in her bag a little bit and pulls out not cookies, unfortunately, but just a little tiny bit of that trail mix that she said she had. And then she picks out a couple pieces, and they're the chocolate. And she just goes, all right, well, I've been told this is the best part, so Let's see what this does. And sort of just slips like one chocolate in his mouth and then lays hands on him and casts Regenerate.
His eyes open when you touch him and looks at you. He doesn't have the power to resist as you put some little nuggets of chocolate in his mouth. You see there's a bit of a blush that grows across his cheeks, and tears start welling up. You just sit there with your hands on his body, focusing. And you feel, for every breath he takes, he regains some mass. Every inhale seems to stay for a bit longer. Whenever he exhales, his chest doesn't sink as deep. And after a moment, his hand lifts up, weakly and shakingly. You can see the frail forearms are slowly coming back to a healthy size. As he puts his hand the side of your face, Nana. And he opens his mouth. Is Sin alright, really?
And Nana just gives him a big hug and says, Sin has never been better. She's really flying.
Literally.
I knew she could. I knew she could. You didn't have to do this for me.
No, we did. Because we left you, Pesty.
No, you didn't. It was fine. I would have understood. I really did understand. And you were fighting the good fight. I would hear them complain about you. I knew you could do this.
I'm so glad you're back.
I was terrified the whole time. It's so good to see you.
And she just, has not let that hug go.
Yeah, and you can feel he hugs you back, and you just feel his inhales and exhales, and for every one, his grip, his hug becomes a little firmer. And there's a moment he lets go and he puts his hand on the ground, and he doesn't stand up, but he props himself up more comfortable. He says, I haven't moved my own arms in months. And he's just shaking. It's gonna take a moment.
Don't push it now. I'll and she looks over to Gerald, who's probably still going, yep, porridge. And she's, I'll fix us something.
Oh. Haven't eaten in months either. And he puts like a hand on your shoulder and says, that was some really good chocolate, Nana.
Well, she leaves him to snack on the. There's a little bit more in there, so she just sets that.
And he eats very carefully, like very small bits.
Yeah. We got Pesty back, guys.
Wow.
I just realized that in the battle, he wouldn't have known what Rudy looks like. So as far as he can tell, a zombie just said to him that everything's okay. His sins are alive and all good. Yeah, I just realized.
Oh my god.
That wouldn't have helped him, but oh, well, that's okay. That's fine.
Look, he's been through a lot.
Oh,
I'm
that's
sure
funny.
nothing surprises him at this point.
Yeah, at this point, he's like, no, it's everything's good.
It's just part of the course.
I'd say after seeing this, like Rudy would like if Nana's like going to take care of some actual real food, Rudy would like come on over and like you know sort of poke and
Wow.
prod and make sure the regeneration's putting everything back in the right space, you know, where it's meant to be.
I mean, do you have your cowl covering your face?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Okay. Do you poke and prod?
Now, can you feel
Yes,
this?
he looks
Yeah, excellent.
like
Yep.
a bit like yes.
Good. I'm just
Yes.
making sure like the muscles regrowing in the right.
And never really lost my sense of touch.
I don't know. You've been infested with oozes for God knows how long.
I know.
And I want to make sure
And
it's all.
who are you?
I made porridge.
It's not. It's me, Rudy. Magic Hands McGee, the one that heals things, people, mostly
Oh,
people.
you look very different.
I've never been better. I think.
I think.
Me neither. I suppose. Porridge though.
No,
sounds
you don't want
lovely,
that. No,
yes?
you don't want that porridge. I'm telling you now, you don't want it.
Oh, shush, Rudy.
I am.
Look, I'm sure it's
I
fine.
could definitely go for some porridge.
How about the last slice of this meat pie?
I'm afraid that might be a bit too hefty for what I could currently
Well,
manage.
that's
Some
that's
people
unfor-
appreciate, Rudy. You are. Bestie, it's so nice to see you not trying to.
Gerald, you look.
know.
I don't know, flamboyant.
Oh, come on! I'm
Oh,
different. He's
this-
flamboyant. Oh, my
Snuggles.
And he takes a spoon of the porridge and he looks completely unfazed.
I want to say
He
that's
does.
because I'm using a charge of the Heward's Handy Spice.
just like sleight of handed some herbs and spices.
She's like,
into
oh,
the
thank
porridge."
you, Gerald. This is lovely. To everyone's meal.
Well, this is what I used to eat as a kid. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
It's
porridge
adequate.
tastes like ass.
And she's like, oh no, honey, no, Ash, it's no.
Thank you, Ash. I don't know how it tastes like you.
It
I
but all
wasn't a
right.
compliment.
I have enough for 6 charges. That's fine. We can fix this, baby. We can fix this. This is gonna be a good meal.
It's literally just like
And I eat mud.
allspice.
Well, it's no accounting for taste, I suppose.
Apparently, no accounting for skill either.
Wow.
Wow.
Rudy wants to
Wow.
make sure no one's
Wow.
watching him as he's eating it directly from the cauldron because he's kind of hungry.
The stuff that
With the
has
ladle.
seasoned.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I love that. Amazing.
Well,
Rudy.
I tried. I
The
suppose.
the basic porridge just tastes like someone mistook like citric acid for salt.
Oh, he's not savoring it.
Just eating
It's
it
just
for
going
eating's
down.
sake.
It's got to fill the hole.
I
And
love that.
Uh-huh.
True. The actual hole.
yeah,
A lot of holes in today's episode.
Yeah, and they all need filling.
Before I forget, am I able to cast a little greater restoration on myself? Because I had. Okay, that'll heal me. I remember I did
Do
have that.
you
I will
have
mark.
diamonds
I will
for it?
mark off the
Otherwise, yeah.
adequate diamond for it.
Yeah, she'll kind of be like,
Yeah, yeah.
"Oh, Rudy, do you?"
In
Uh,
between
I
bites, Rudy just hands her the pouch.
Is it, oh, thank you. And you said you did want me to keep a 5th level. I can.
No, it's already. Everyone's already been.
can.
Everyone has already been.
Oh, everyone's
that
already
was-
done.
yep.
Okay, beautiful.
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 Is Gerald yes or no?
You said you didn't need it.
I didn't need it as a priority. No.
In that case, you can do Gerald then. 'Cause-
Yeah, I'll do Gerald. I'll cast one on Gerald as well. Oh, Gerald, you just look a little. Oh, come here.
w-
You're looking a bit peaky. Come here.
oh. Oh, I can see where I went wrong with this porridge now.
That one point in wisdom.
Yeah. Less salt next time.
Salt?
And that's when Nana just does a little. It's like, don't worry about it.
Nana's pouch is actually just like MSG.
Honestly, probably.
Nana invented MSG in the D&D world, and that's why her cooking tastes amazing. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
we love
cooking
it.
magic, yeah. Well, now that
During all
everyone's
of this,
up-
Arthur's just been standing, holding a set of armor, waiting for a good opportunity.
Yeah.
Look,
doing the awkward hover.
Arthur doesn't want to interrupt a good moment, so
Oh, you don't interrupt their good moments. Oh, how? I just can't believe this. It's just me. Is it just me? It must be me.
I don't know what it is,
Arthur,
but yes, it's
dear.
just you.
love you, Rudy. But this is for you, Nana.
I'm going to kill
Oh,
him.
thank you. Is this? Are you sure? Is that just the regular?
No, that's
Studded.
the Marina Mariners. Sorry,
Marinara.
I was about to say the marinara armor.
The pasta
Delicious.
armor.
Marinara studded
It is
leather.
Mariner's studded leather.
Marinanas.
Marry the nanas.
It's leather
So
made from.
it's-
Wait, no,
it's-
hang on.
Yeah, it's like a what's it called? Like a floaty.
It's a life vest.
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
life
it's life vest.
Cute.
It's
Yeah.
a life
Wait.
vest.
Why are you not showing up? Search.
And there's pretty little shells on it.
I like shells. Okay.
Like,
Does
shells.
it fit, Nana?
It does over like as you put it on, it's like starts constricting and conforming itself.
That's nice. Okay.
Yeah, magic.
Oh, thank you. I got a little too into the fray, I suppose.
That's all right. Well, I'm gonna get this dragon armor repaired anyway. Well, hopefully I can. I don't know. That's probably a Gerald or Rudy question. Can this armor be repaired from the last fight?
Well, probably. I don't know what kind of materials or skills would be needed for it. But I'm sure we can find
I've
someone.
added it, Cuddly.
Oh, you did already? Oh my god, I added another
You'll
one.
have to equip it yourself.
Okay. Let me get rid of the second one, and then I will.
I mean, maybe we should start directing our attention to what we need to do next.
Yes, speaking of dragons, and then
May I have some porridge?
Oh,
Of course. It's it's probably a little salty if I admit,
uh-oh.
but it's
Arthur
not
just gives
terrible.
him the ball.
not where you using the rest of the charges. I will happily charge up for
Oh,
the dragon.
But
We're gonna
there's just enough
best
for
goddamn
my.
porridge ever. Rudy,
I-
you can have trail mix.
Okay.
Serving it up.
Rudy, you can have some of these nuts.
Dragon, you can have my ass porridge.
Thank you. And it just opens its mouth, laying on the ground, just like.
Just throws the entire bowl in.
Yeah, it just closes the mouth.
Just drags the cauldron over and just sort of tips it.
Oh, not the whole culture. Oh, okay, good. She's like, I need that.
Just like smacks a little, like you can hear the tongue smacking in the mouth. It's edible.
Admittedly, it's not much. I'm not a chef like Melivora, but you know, I felt
But
like
we
I just wanted to do
appreciated
something
all
for
the-
everyone this morning. And
Yes, I appreciate all you've done for me. Now,
Well-
you had questions.
yes, I
Having
think we all.
slept and filled our bellies, I suppose we can have some conversation.
Well, first off, I understand that you heard some of, but not necessarily all of what's been going on. So, For the
Yes.
expedience of time, I filled Dionysus in on what's been going on this past entire
Wow.
campaign.
Okay, is there anything specific you leave out?
Considering he knows like Jalira's side, I would say not. Like, I don't think what
I
would
don't
we
know
leave
that
out?
there's a reason to hold.
We've been
anything
telling
back.
the other dragons that we
Yeah.
work for the Queen and that we're sending essentially everyone their way. So
Yeah, I mean, there's I can't think of anything off the top of my head, at least, that apart, like, I'm just telling him the story. I'm not like giving him my personal details, just like giving him
Your pin numbers.
Exactly,
Social
yeah.
security.
Yeah,
Like your
yeah.
mother's
mom's
maiden name.
Yeah, like I'm not going into Gerald's
First pet.
personal arc, just the main story arc.
Okay, okay. I see.
But and also the fact that scrolling back to find the name of the other dragon. Where is it?
The blue one?
Erequias.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
also that Erequias is not necessarily dead, but potentially essence split. But not necessarily dead, which I believe is one of the main reasons you went to Jalira in the first place. Am I incorrect?
I have not sensed my sister since our battle ended, and I immediately regretted it. But wounded, I was unable to search for her for some time. And I figured either she must have perished. If her essence had merely passed along to another, I would know. But it has either been dispersed into nature and simply too scattered to reform, or something worse have happened.
Never mind. I don't think Dennis figured that out.
Well, whatever the case, you dragons are not easy to take out by any means. I'm sure if there's any chance of your sister being alive or present in some form or another, I'm sure that you or us together should be able to find her in whatever state that might be.
I appreciate the offer, but I fear I have been blinded by grief and prioritizing my sister over fate of this realm. I feel ashamed.
We all deal with grief in different ways, and it does sometimes blind us, and it's not your fault for loving your sister and missing her.
I miss her so much.
What can you tell us of Jalira and cohort and what they're up to at the moment?
I can tell you what I know.
Any information would be helpful.
Jalira, if you truly defeated the lieutenants, then she stands without much of her outriding forces. She's left with her captains leading the majority of her armies. Especially with this one, and looks towards Ash, having changed sides. The tide of this battle is turning. As I said, Jalira no longer has anyone to spread out. She has no trusted allies that she can send
Hey
down
everyone, how you doing? Welcome in.
to do
Thank
her
you, Alano,
bidding.
for that raid. I appreciate it. As always on these Sunday nights, I am deeply involved in the D&D game, but I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful evening. How was Diablo, Alano?
But she has to do a lot of work herself now.
Well, that's helpful and hopefully, yeah, that's
And with you thwarting the takeover of the Eastern Lush, you prevented her from gaining large force. And here at the South, the Seludons, no, the Gelugons, because I've been saying it wrong in the previous.
Oh.
They're not Cocutus, they are Gelugons. But they are very much like insect, like praying mantis like demons.
You could have told me they were named anything, Josie, and I would have gone with it. And you could have changed it from week to week, and I
Eve.
probably would have been like, yeah, that thing. I
Mhm.
totally know. I am very D&D.
With the massive clans of Gelugons, Jalira has no one here that she can turn to be part of her army, as their fiendish bloodlines would not let them be turned. That is why she used me as a bargaining tool. I was to be a show of force, an unstoppable flame in the southern freezes. But
Speaking
that is
of,
when I overheard your conversation with the Orc. And I questioned her. She threw me aside without a moment's hesitation. She turned on me, brandishing her sword, and cut me down. Do not underestimate her.
A sword that can cut down an Ur-dragon.
Yes.
I don't remember her wielding any such thing
She
when
did
we
not.
when we
No,
engaged
that
her last.
seems new.
Either we were unworthy of it, or she genuinely has picked up a new trick.
She keeps acquiring new powers wherever she goes. Every time one of her weaknesses are revealed, she finds a way to compensate for it.
Oh dear, we just thought we had her figured out as well.
Though she did not defeat me all on her own.
No.
Marvin and Martin helped out.
Marvin.
Well, I am glad we took care of them at least.
Yes, I thank you. Thank you.
Of course. What of Thalage? Do you know anything about their deal being stuck down here?
And Thalage went into a slumber aeons ago. The Gelugons that had stayed on this realm during the exculpation built a glacier of ice around. In a fit of rage, Thalage blew his icy breath and turned his own prison into that of Spherera, the ice that can only be melted by a dragon's fire. He built his own shackles, and he has been stuck ever since.
Is that why?
Interesting. So was Jalira wanting you then to melt this prison to get at Thalage?
Perhaps, but more importantly, to melt the Gelugons, I believe.
Ah,
Although
So
if
there are people protecting Solage.
Yes.
That's encouraging. We weren't entirely sure what the situation
For their
was.
own nefarious reasons, but yes.
I don't
oh,
think we
so they
should
don't
rely
have
on
this.
that.
So they don't have
Oh.
Thalage's interests at heart. They've got their own
No.
thing going on. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh
More
no.
problems.
Doesn't everyone?
That is
Uh,
why Jalira is forced to bargain rather than break in and with a show of force.
However,
Right.
now that we've interrupted that plan and essentially saved you, I feel like she's going to. Well, desperate's probably not the right word, but I feel like that's going to be her only choice now, right?
And she's probably going to want to do it quickly if, as soon as she realizes that Dionysus here is getting on the mend and no longer having her generals.
Perhaps.
Or lieutenants, or whatever it was they were
Well,
to her.
does that mean that you're in danger? Because we don't want to just leave you.
No, I am no longer in any danger. And he just like stands up on all his four legs and just raises up, still wounded, but with all his majesty, stands up on all four. And his sheer size just unfurling the wings, blocking out the sun, leaving all of you in dark shadows. I am more than capable of pulling my own weight.
Well, that sounds fantastic because do we not have an offer for you?
You have done much for me, and I feel I know what you ask. Normally, I would have declined. But this one, and the face turns towards Nana, has given me a spark. Spark touched by my own essence, the only reason it accepted me. No Ur-Dragon has ever had a spark. No Ur-Dragon who ever set foot on a material plane could return to the astral seas beyond. You have given me this chance to rejoin the stars, to become what we are, not this reflection stuck in this fleshy body. I can go home.
We love that for you.
Thank you.
I'm very glad that you can go home, and I suppose all I ask is that you take care of the spark because it belonged to a very dear friend.
I can sense him.
Tell me more.
Without regrets. Maybe one. A sister who knows not of his passing.
And she will. As soon as we can manage.
Very well.
Well, So
Yes. Any
Where-
further questions, or shall we be off?
off.
Oh, he's giving us a ride. Why
Was
did I
that
put on
not
Investigator of
implied?
Wind?
Of course that was implied. How else were we going to reach the
Arthur's
We have
already
so
climbing.
much ground to
Arthur's
cover.
already climbing. Arthur's already on
So Arthur's been climbing dragon scales this whole time.
He has been starting. Oh my god.
Well, so just to clarify, we're going to go save the Lodge. Is that what we're doing right now?
We'll
Is that-
try.
Right this.
I
right
cannot
this
promise
second?
that. That was the idea. No,
Oh,
time is
we-
of the essence.
We didn't want to, take a month off, have a little R&R.
Gerald,
No,
grab
we're
your
doing this
stuff.
right now.
Ash, pack away the hole.
I'd like to get my armor repaired, but we don't have time. We don't have time.
Oh, we do not have time, Arthur.
Well, we have time right here, but out there we don't have any time.
I
Yeah,
have
then
a
I'll have to go.
question.
Yeah.
Yes, Ash.
Why did they put nuts in brownies?
No, that's a very good question, Ash.
Well, it
and,
comes down to
if you-
texture, see? Some people prefer... Wait,
It's the dragon.
excuse
Are
me.
they crushed or whole?
Oh no, they're just these like really little annoying bits that really interrupt the chocolatiness of the
And they
squishiness.
squeak in your teeth.
Yeah. Why
It
they
is
spoil
horrible.
good brownies with nuts and
I understand exactly what you mean.
Why has my headache come
You
back?
want the chocolate
My headache is
gooey
returned.
goodness.
No.
It is one thing if it is a crisp crunch, but sometimes hazelnuts tends to
you
squeak.
see, this is, and they put hazelnuts in chocolate spread as well, and I just don't get. You see, this is why I wanted to keep dragging around as
Actually-
a friend. I knew we had something.
Actually, like a dessert aficionado.
Oh my god.
Do we just... So the
Nana's
entire...
taking notes, by the way.
the
Nana's
enti-
taking
The entire flight,
am
Ash and
with
the
you.
dragon are just talking about desserts and stuff like that.
While hazelnut, as it is not something I particularly like, I can get behind the stickiness of a good hazelnut spread.
This is all fascinating, Dionysus. Might I ask, perhaps, what we might be facing there at the Ferrara prison?
A nut invasion.
Sadly, in these lands, certain stone fruits that some nuts belong to. There are even some nuts that are technically legumes.
Oh god.
But here in these cold lands, some nuts thrive. You may find yourselves having to rely on them. for
Well,
nourishment.
you can certainly say
While
we're
this is
surrounded by
going
nuts, let me
on-
tell you.
Because I've just finished a long rest, can I make some brownies? Can I make my 5
Are you
treats?
spending some time to create your little treats?
I feel like while this is going on, she's like, "Oh, that's right," and they just keep going. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna no nuts. We've discussed this, and I would like to make 5
Brownies.
brownies without nuts in
Okay.
them. No nuts. No nuts. Yeah. So everyone here can have, if you eat them, you can have 5 temporary hit points. If not, you can have one.
If
Later.
not, don't
If
eat it.
not, oh, I hate it here.
I will gladly take 5 temporary hit
Can
points.
Rudy sort of break his in half and slide half to Dionysus?
I was gonna do that. I was gonna give my entire brownie to the dragon.
That's so important.
Okay,
Yeah.
seeing that, Rudy gives half of his to Ash.
I'm gonna give half of that to Pesty.
I was gonna give a whole one to Pessy. Come on, guys.
Rudy gets 2 temp, Ash gets 1 temp, Dionysus gets 3 temp, Pesty gets 1 temp. That's how it works, right,
No,
Josie?
Nana
one.
makes enough brownies for everyone, but only 5 of them are the special ones.
Okay.
Oh,
that works. Okay, we can all have 5 temp hit points.
Yeah, so there are 5 without nuts.
but we just discussed that Dionysus doesn't like.
Then give him a brownie. Yeah,
She's
sure.
like made like a half and half pan.
I'm getting on the dragon now. Can we go?
As you're
I'm
climbing
sorry, I
up,
just...
as you're packing up, you're getting on. Dionysus says, like, "Have you ever tried coconut shavings on the top of the brown?"
Now we're
Coconut's a
talking.
nut.
I'm not a huge
Actually,
fan of shaved coconut, to be honest.
I love coconut.
should I make some? Do you think? Or well, maybe next time, I suppose. I
Keep
haven't.
coconut away from my brownie.
All right, Ash. All right, no coconut for you.
Oh,
that is valid. Maybe
question.
some shaved chocolate.
quick question for the DM: did we pick up
Yeah.
the collapse, the friggin' instant fortress?
Of course
Yeah,
we
you
did.
did.
we
Yeah,
collapse that
yeah,
back
Yeah,
down?
yeah,
you
Okay,
did.
cool.
You did.
Mm,
Yeah.
mhm, mhm.
I'd
I
like
was
to
say
take
the,
my whole out of the tent, out of the portal realm, as well.
Yeah.
Don't want to leave my hole.
don't want to leave your hole behind.
No.
No.
Excellent.
Well, it means not the whole hole.
What would happen if you
Maybe
put the
just
hole
part
on
of
the
it.
dragon?
Doesn't work. It has to be a flattish
Right,
surface.
okay. All right.
Otherwise, it would just start spilling water out.
Yeah.
Oh my god! You put the hole on its belly, and you're just one of those like forest.
I was about to say, we could fight so many forest fires with that.
Oh my god.
Ash could do some real good in the world.
Wow. Okay. No. As you all get up on the dragon, I'm assuming,
Mhm.
Dionysus stands and takes almost like a dragon equivalent of a runner's start. Says, "Are you all ready?"
I'm not sure if I'm quite ready.
Rudy pulls out the
Ready as
infinite
we'll ever
rope
be.
and like ties
Hold
everyone to
on.
the infinite rope, and then the infinite rope is on Dionysus. We're tied up.
Yes.
Nice.
And as he starts running, you see the image of this meadow disappears. The snow starts hitting you all in the face again. And as he's running, you hear his voice as he says, "Well, everyone on board, remember, keep your seatbelts on at all times. There are exits all over the place if you need them. Do not step on the wings unless you have to. They are for emergency use only." And then just like jumps into the air, and the wings start beating. And the sail-like wings don't beat in unison; they almost move like a wave, and they just push air down, and he soars into the sky. Compared to when you were flying with Captain Fevinus,
Mm.
the wind is beating your faces full force. It
Mm.
is icy cold. Anyone who doesn't have cold resistance or cold weather clothing, I'm gonna need you to make Constitution save.
We all should.
I'm
Does
good. Still.
Ash went in the hole though, or no?
Yeah. Actually, just in the hole on the
I
belly.
wasn't sure. I
like
wasn't
dropping
sure if
water.
you were in the. I'm not sure.
No. I'm pretty sure that yes, I do have clothes that are.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Rudy would have
'Cause otherwise I was
given
like, I can do
Pesty
this.
his cold weather gear since he's considering
Pesty was wearing appropriate
Oh,
clothing.
was he? Oh shit. Okay, well then.
Well,
fine,
yeah, because
alright,
he would have. Oh,
alright.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Cool.
It's not
His
flopping around
clothes
naked.
and his and Ash's clothing don't look as like big and fluffy as yours. They look like they can resist the cold, but maybe through some slight magical means, they've got a bit more of more like a what's it called, like a diverse suit vibe. It's not the same like spandex slap-on vibe, but it's more like of a thin thermal fabric as opposed to just having bunch of layers.
Yep.
But the wind and the snow is just slamming into your face. It feels like someone is like blowing shards of glass in your faces as the snow is just like
Lovely.
smattering all over.
Oh,
But
now would
it's
be a
not
great time to
cold.
have eyelids.
There's a heat emanating from Dionysus' body. It's actually quite nice. You've got built-in seat warmers, is what I'm telling you.
Nice.
That is so good.
And the landscape below you quickly starts disappearing as you're gaining altitude. The snow obscures the land around you. Pretty much like what's going on Drax's visual effect there is what you're all having. That's like, can't see much of anything.
Also, whoever's sitting behind Gerald is getting like a face full of cloak
Yeah.
and robe.
Arthur's right up at the front. He's
Nice.
Perfect.
Ash has just spent the entire time sitting there going, ow, 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 ow.
And Nana's like trying to convince Ash to like just turn your body, like just turn your body, just turn your body.
Just turn
like,
your
let
body.
go. No.
Turn your body.
Ow. Ow.
Dionysus speaks. You can still hear him, the voice reverberating through the body itself. It seems to be part mental telepathy and part actual speech. It is still far away, and we will land when night falls. I expect I can get us there within maybe 2 or 3 days, depending if you want to push through the night or not.
Arthur turns back. He's like, I ain't good to keep going, but I'm me. What about you guys?
So we concluded, Josie, that we cannot take a long rest while flying on a dragon's back.
Correct.
But
We're
I
gonna
would
need to stop.
I would like to argue that Rudy could,
Oh.
because he just drops consciousness and falls limp.
Yeah, fine. I would say out of everyone, Rudy's the only one.
Yes.
I was almost gonna argue that
But the drawback is you would not be able to catch yourself. If
No.
you fall off.
He's tied. He's okay with it.
Yeah. Sure. If you trust that one rope.
Oh, and everyone around him. But yeah, sure.
Not
trust in his party.
Yeah, I know it.
what a noob.
Oh, you'll all catch me. You need me to keep you guys alive.
But do you guys need rest? Obviously, no, maybe.
I don't think we want to arrive there exhausted.
I mean,
Please, could I have another long rest, please?
Yes, we definitely need to stop.
Oh, wait. Couldn't we... Dionysus, can you just do the whole magical time bubble thing again?
Yes, but I need to be still.
Oh, well then we, of course, when would rest benefit you as well?
Well, I thought we would stop when night falls and
Oh yeah.
rest.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
then I see no
well,
harm in it.
Oh, sorry, Josie. I thought you meant go for like 3 days straight.
yeah, that's
No,
what
if he flies through a night, he can get you there in 2 days.
I think we're gonna have to
3
go
days
3.
if you want like a proper rest.
Okay, let's go proper rest. I think
We should
for this
probably
one.
take a proper rest.
Because I mean, whenever we stop, we could just go into the time bubble and sleep there, and then pop
Hopefully.
out and then continue on, right? With
Yeah.
basically no time loss.
Yeah, but you would miss out on one dawn again. Like for those who have things that need dawns.
Well, no, because we'd still be traveling through.
Yes, but that's why I say one dawn. You will miss
Oh,
out
out
on
of 3.
one dawn.
Oh, yeah. That's
Mm.
fine.
Okay, that should be okay. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So you just wanna push through the night?
No, the party wants the rest. To stop and rest.
Okay. Yeah, but you want him to fly as soon as you have rested, which
Yes,
means you will be
correct.
flying through the
Yes,
night
correct.
anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
Correct.
yeah,
yes.
true.
Yes, yeah.
We're going to take a full rest in the pocket dimension and then
Yeah.
carry on flying. Yeah.
Alright.
I've just misplaced my map.
No.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Found it.
Hooray!
Yes. So you're flying for a good while.
Oh, wait, I'm not in the map. There we go. I don't want to talk about it.
You fly for hours on end. And I need constitution saves from everybody. 'Cause
What?
even with your cold clothing and resistances, the biting cold of not only being in the southern Arctics, but the being at this height as well, the cold starts to get through and bite into you. Your
Good old
face is
disintegrate.
going numb.
Nana, please.
Oh, I just realized at some point we should do the mirror
I know what I'm
thing
talking about.
again.
You should do
Con
what
save
now?
12.
Okay. What did we get for Ash?
Oh, it was a solid roll. It was a solid roll of
Okay.
with the addition of the +1, 4.
Oh,
Nice.
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 Yeah.
And what did Nana get?
A 9 with +2. So
Okay.
9. Still that, yeah.
So Arthur is the only one who manages to. Okay, so it
Not
is
end up with frostbite on his face.
pretty much.
Fantastic.
Wouldn't the frost preserve Rudy's face a bit more?
Wow. I can't believe you
That's
said
not
this.
necessarily how it works. It's because his face doesn't have a lot of moisture in it to begin with. He
I'd
would
beg to differ. I moisturize daily.
God. Arthur, you take 7 points of cold damage.
Oh no!
And who here has cold resistance?
Me.
Okay, you take 7 points of cold damage. The rest of you
Okay.
take 15 points of cold damage and gain a
Doable.
point of exhaustion, a level of exhaustion,
Fair.
which Gerald also gets. You just don't get the same amount of cold damage.
Okay.
Oh, really? I get exhaustion as well? God damn it.
Yes.
Exhaustion, 1 level. Cool. Wait. How?
Arthur was the only one who passed the save. You just took half damage, but you still get the level of exhaustion.
Well,
Sweet.
heck. Well, that's all right. At least we're sleeping it off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, hopefully we can do that. Yeah.
After time, you fly over a long, winding river that comes down into a lake. You hear Dionysus say, "If you look to the south along the lake, you can see the white wall. We will have to fly along it for another day or two before we can reach the entrance to the cold hold."
Hmm.
Now, you said you were meeting someone.
Oh, yes, our friend.
Do you have ways of communication?
One of us does, don't we,
Arthur does.
Arthur?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, what was that? My internet was just being silly.
You can
Sorry.
call your girlfriend. Yes, Arthur? Tell her we're coming.
Oh yes, I could definitely do that.
She's not there, guys.
What?
We left his girlfriend in. She
She's
didn't
not.
come.
She's not with
She's
them,
not with them.
actually.
Did she not
Yeah.
go
She's not
with
with
them?
them. No. It's just Benny and
good-
Benny and Captain
good point.
Feminist.
Benny, Captain Feminist, and Endirial.
You should call her
Oh,
anyway,
yeah,
Arthur.
like
I'm
you.
concerned for your relationship if you don't.
Oh, I guess you should at least text.
Arthur is now.
Yeah,
like-
you look at your ring and it's buzzing wildly, and it looks like it's got a bright red and black angry vibe to it.
Help!
Nope, you're on your own, Arthur. Now, do any of us can any of us contact Captain better than this?
I forget if we got anything to do
Did
that.
he give us a
I
sen-
don't think so.
I just got a shield. Did you put
Nana?
it in your book? Did I do
Nana,
a
you
thing?
can also do scry and dream whenever
That's
you
right.
rest.
So short rest on dragon. Cool. Awesome. We love that. Why don't
Oh
we
yes, I
do...
could dream as well. That is a thing.
Is it dream time? Is it nighttime? Do we think they're sleeping?
It is still pretty much dawn. Like the sun is rising. Like
Hmm. Okay.
they could be asleep, but you also know that you will be traveling into the night.
Okay.
Can we just assume
Yeah.
at some point we use dream when we believe it's going to be best used?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Either one
As
of
you
us.
travel through the day. The sun eventually peeks out every now and then over the thick, overcast sky.
Sorry,
Yeah?
can Arthur like every sort of 2 hours just be like trying to send messages? No, not messages, but like pay attention to his ring a lot.
The first couple of times you're being left on red.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
As Dionysus comes down to land, the sun has set and darkness has come. Someone roll me a d6.
Oh god. Wait. Drac, use your die. Use your die. This is important. D6. No math involved.
It's finding the d6 first. I
Oh,
wasn't...
true.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry.
No,
now I've
we
just
have
made
to
it.
let we have to let Drac have the moment with the new
Yeah,
dice.
this
Yes.
is a
Yeah,
good
yeah, yeah.
moment.
It's a good moment.
Let me have this. It's the first time I've rolled any of these dice, so if it sucks, don't blame me.
No,
Yeah,
it'll be beautiful.
if it sucks, it just
It's a
goes
5.
in the.
It's a 5.
That's a beautiful roll.
As you land, the snow starts picking up, growing
Oh.
heavier and faster.
Oh, fuck.
And Dionysus says, "It is a good thing that we are taking rest in my pocket plane, but I fear this snow will persist once we get moving again.
Do I
Do
have
we
anything
wait
to
it
do?
out here, or do we take our chances?"
Well, you're more used to flying than us. What do you recommend? Is it safe to continue?
I
on?
will be fine. I fear that the cold may be a lot for you.
Oh, right.
It was quite nippy.
It will be hard to
Mm.
rest until the snow subsides. If we make camp, we might be able to sleep through it, but if I fly through it, you will have to endure.
How much longer have we got before we arrive?
About 20 minutes.
Am I missing something?
Yeah, what?
It's an old TikTok meme. How long we fly?
I thought you
20
were-
minutes.
Oh, I thought you were just joking about like, yeah, we'll get you to Delira in 20 minutes. I was like, okay,
I
that
was
tracks.
Okay.
I'm laughing at the wrong
no.
thing.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I love that you laughed anyway. It made me happy. No.
Good.
We have made it almost halfway. But I am tired. I will not be able to maintain pace, even though I can keep going.
Well, I mean, we're resting in the pocket dimension anyway, yes? So we can all rest
Yes.
up there. Yes.
Yes, but the snow will still affect you once we come out.
This
The
he's-
snowstorm will last
Yes,
more
yes,
than a
but what
handful
I'm
of minutes.
Of course, but when if we've still got another night before we arrive,
I am concerned about you, not myself.
you think we won't? You think it'll kill us getting over the next leg?
I don't
mean,
know,
I don't
but
want
it
to
is
risk it.
He's saying it's
very
worse than it
cold.
already has been, Gerald, and it's already not been great. I can see the icicles out of your nose. So imagine being in worse weather.
Yes. Well,
I
yes,
can't feel
yes.
my nose.
Exactly.
It was pretty intense, but I mean, I did prepare for this. I am resistant.
Well, lucky
to
for you.
brushing icicles off his nose. Um, but I mean, if it's not much worse than it was the last leg, surely we can just.
It will be much worse.
How much worse?
With colder, heavier snow.
Do you want numbers,
And it's
Gerald? We
night.
I
can't,
do want numbers.
is-
Yes.
we can't
Is
give them
that
to
how
you.
much- If our lifespan was hit points, in what amount of hit points would we be losing?
Okay, okay,
for-
okay,
for
okay,
being-
okay.
Would you say
okay.
it was 2 times worse, 3 times worse? How bad are we talking?
If I'm losing my
Yes.
nose now, am I losing my entire
Instead of-
face? Like,
Yeah, look, listen. Instead of doing one Constitution save for the whole day, you will have to do them more regularly. The DC is higher, and you'll
My
have to do them more
constitution
regularly.
is shit. I don't want
Yeah.
to do it.
Well, but either way, if we still have one long rest between after this terrible leg ahead of us, then it doesn't really matter, right? As long as we
But
survive.
it does, because if we're doing multiple con saves and Nana and I roll as spectacularly well as we did last time, then likelihood is we're going to die on the. On
Yeah,
that.
and if you want Dionysus to push through the night, you won't get another long rest because you will arrive.
Oh.
I think we just rest
want
it
to,
out.
We want to arrive, no matter what the case is, no matter what the plan is, we want to arrive with a full tank of whatever passes for an energy source in this land.
We were.
Yeah, so
if
what
we
I'm
were-
saying, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just like
Yeah.
above table. You can either take a long rest outside the demi-plane,
Yeah,
to
I think we
rest
should.
and wait out the snow and get
Yes.
to dawn
Yes,
and fly
yes.
during daytime again.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
that
yes,
that
yes,
was.
yes.
But
yeah.
then you might need to stop the next night because you won't arrive in time, or you will
Yeah.
have to push through the night, and the weather might be worse or better. Or you go to the pocket plane, but when you come out of it, the snowstorm is still going. You still risk multiple points of exhaustion and cold damage.
No, that sounds like a terrible idea.
And you will have to take a long rest immediately upon arriving, if that's that then.
Mhm.
So both options have their pros and cons.
So we camp in the material plane tonight, wait out the storm, so we lose the night time's worth of
Exhaustion
time
and stuff.
advantage.
Yeah, you're letting time catch up.
Yep. For that 8 hours or whatever it is, and then we fly the next leg,
Hmm.
and hopefully the weather it won't murder us,
Hmm.
and then we arrive in a better state, and we won't have a chance for another long rest either way. Essentially, is what we're saying. Is that right?
Think
We
You
don't
might be
know.
able
How
to,
do
like,
we?
You don't.
we don't
It's
know.
We
one
don't
day,
know.
One day at a time.
Yeah.
One day at a time. Because currently your options are just either rest in the demi-plane but have to fly through the snow, or rest on the material plane to skip the snow,
Yeah. Well, we skip the snow.
or essentially re-roll weather is what you're getting. You
Reroll
get a
weather.
re-roll on the
Reroll
weather,
Reroll the
Woo.
weather. Yep.
so it could get worse.
Woo! I love
Yep.
it.
I think
you're all
we're all
welcome
pretty.
in my hole.
One day, Ash, we're going to discuss phrasing. The day is not today. I don't have the energy, but one day.
But it doesn't snow in my hole.
Well, I think
Have
the
the
snow would
pipes
fall into it,
frozen?
wouldn't it?
I don't know what it's. I don't think that it can freeze unless I put something that freezes inside the hole.
I think we don't want to be wet. I appreciate the offer, Ash. I'm
you
happy enough in
rejecting
my
my
bed.
hole?
Oh, you have a lovely hole, Ash. I think just right now is not the time to enjoy it.
I hate it here. I'm leaving.
Gerald would be the one to have this conversation with, though.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Shall we? Yes. Let's
Let's take the rest. Yes.
Taking the long
take the
rest.
rest.
Yeah.
Long
I'll
rest,
set
yeah.
up the dome, and
Because the dome still makes it comfortable.
Yeah.
The environment becomes comfortable. Nana's hearth makes you harder to spot.
Mm.
Does anyone plan on taking a watch?
Rudy
Arthur
would
will.
obviously take. I think Arthur and Rudy can handle the watch together, right? We just
Yeah.
alternate.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, you can stagger them.
Also, I apologize, Josie. Do I have time to quickly run to the bathroom?
Fine.
Arthur
At
will
least
take
I
the-
asked.
Yes.
At least I asked.
Yeah, you can.
go pee.
Go pee.
Ugh.
So Rudy walks off
Ugh.
to find a tree to pee on.
Once again. Yeah.
And now I'm wondering if Rudy pees, considering how his body is functioning right now.
I mean,
There
Presumably,
are some
it still has
questions that I
waste
have that
products.
maybe shouldn't be answered.
Yeah.
And he
Um,
does eat a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where does
That
it
all
go?
has
Is
to
it
go
does it just
somewhere.
go maybe it just like his mouth is just a portal to Urgathoa's like feasting table?
Oh god.
That
Like
would be
everything
pretty
he eats just ends up there.
And that's why he's always hungry, because nothing actually reaches his stomach.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's canon now, and he doesn't even know it.
Oh god.
Yes. I love that.
He'll have to rewatch the VODs to find that one out. Okay, people in Aussie's chat, don't tell him.
Yeah, nobody tell him. Nobody do it. Just like let us have this one thing.
Yeah. Are you putting up the tower as well?
I don't know. I don't think so.
My hole has been immortalized.
Dionysus goes invisible.
That is so helpful because I was like, I don't think this hearth is gonna contain it that much.
Yeah, you say
dragon.
that until you realize there's like an indentation in the snow and there's piling on top of him coming down.
And like, oh, that's quite handy.
The snow would eventually encase him anyway. It's probably fine.
Yeah, but like at first it's just like, and yeah.
Nana goes up to him and goes, "Are you warm enough?"
Yes.
All right.
Arthur, you want to take the first watch?
Arthur takes the first watch.
I want you to make a perception check. And you get +5 from Nana's hearth.
Let's go.
God
Let's go. You love this hearth. You love this.
32.
damn it. 32. You look around and you can see and count all the individual snowflakes. You can see the uniqueness of every single one of the fractals created. As you look, your eyes see something else. It's almost like your vision is taken from you. And for a moment, you look down on your own hand, and there's a pile of papers in front of you. There's people on a window in front of your face. Who are these people? And then you're back.
Oh, delightful.
Just Arthur's.
I mean, you gotta. A perception check over 30 always breaks the fourth wall. That's the rule.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes.
But yes,
Oh,
sorry,
the-
Nana.
Before we go to sleep, can Nana, or maybe while she's sleeping, can Nana do the dream spell?
Yes. But while you're prepping for that, while Nana is getting a pre-sleep nap in, I love the sound of that. I'm being honest.
Honestly, yeah.
Just a little a little nap, and then you have a little snack, and then you go to bed for real.
Mm-hmm.
God.
That's so perfect,
uh,
actually.
Arthur, you do see something in the distance. Even though your dark vision doesn't necessarily carry too long, the fact that the landscape is covered in this pristine white cover, shapes become visible against it. And you see a multitude, you don't know if a dozen or 20 or so smaller shapes are pulling something by rope. A large mound that's being slowly pulled. You can see, for that perception check, you can see what looks like large insectoid people, like a centaur, but they are insect-like. They have large mandibles.
Coming towards, or
No, they're just walking. They're like maybe 200-300 feet away.
okay.
They don't seem to have spotted you, but you see they're pulling by a rope a woolly triceratops.
Green. Arthur wakes up Rudy straight away.
You can't. You can't wake Rudy.
You
It's
can't.
true.
Rudy's the one person you can't wake.
He's
Mhm.
born shaking you.
No,
He's
he's
like,
the one person
yeah.
you cannot wake.
Yeah, I know. Arthur still
He
thinks
doesn't
he
know
can somehow wake you up. He's
Oh my
ragdolling
god.
you. And once he realizes he can't wake you up, he goes, Gerald. And goes over to Gerald. Gerald, there's people over there. Or things. But a woolly mammoth. Green. We have a green.
What's green, Arthur?
Our woolly mammoth.
Yes, that was a good time.
No, it's
Pesty
over
walks up
there.
to you, Arthur.
Yeah.
And Pesty says, Those are the Galugons. You should leave them be. We do not want those coming for us.
Alright.
It's probably a scouting or a hunting party.
Alright. Okay, thank you. Thank you for Arthur.
And you're probably, if you go there, you're probably gonna find that the creature is already dead. If you were thinking of saving it.
Arthur doesn't drop his bow, but his bow's now hit the ground and he's sort of okay and walks away.
Oh.
Pesty sits with you for a while, Arthur. It's been a while since we talked.
I mean, a lot's happened.
But you say that Sin is all right? Did she make it to Heavenspire?
Yeah, the studies, just
She was accepted into the college?
definitely.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I mean, couldn't be doing
Did she
better.
make any friends? Is she having fun?
I mean, she's
How's her leg doing?
Yeah, Arthur, how's her leg doing?
yeah.
Yeah, Arthur, how is her leg?
We couldn't save her leg.
I know that. It was more like, does she have any help?
We made her a chair wheel.
She flies now.
Chair wheel.
She
A
flies.
wheelchair.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was pretty cool.
Sounds convenient, yeah.
And then she learned how to fly.
She learned how to fly.
I mean, I don't know fully how it worked, but that's more of a question for Gerald and Nana. But yeah, she can fly now.
I'll ask them when they're awake. But she's good, yes?
She was happy last time I seen her. Yes.
Wonderful.
How are you?
I'll let you know when I figure it out.
I'm here. As awkward as I am here to chat.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back to bed now.
Yep.
You let me know if you need anything.
I will.
Do you have any of that hot cocoa left?
I told you this was about to flip this table. God damn it.
Arthur just looks
I mean-
down and goes, "I'm sorry, I do not."
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I
It was not fine.
asking.
It's not fine. It's not
Was
fine.
in
You
fact
should
not
feel
fine.
bad. You should feel bad.
After some time, Rudy, you spasm awake.
Finds himself like in a weird, like thrown aside position because Arthur just like let go when he's realized he can't. So he's like, oh, what? I didn't. Why am I? Ugh. What
You
happened?
fell over. You fell over.
I fell over. Why didn't you pick me up?
I thought you wanted to be like that.
You. Did you see anything, Arthur?
I've seen these insect-looking humanoids taking our friend Green. I mean, I couldn't say it was green,
Hold on.
but
Wait, insectoids. Okay. Wait, our friend Green. We don't have any friends who are green.
you remember the woolly mammoth?
Oh, the mammoths that.
What mammoth?
Friends?
It's a triceratops, actually.
Triceratops, right.
Triceratops. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
The woolly
Actually,
triceratops.
also, it was on a different continent.
Yeah.
Just as an aside
yeah.
for Cuddly.
Arthur, these are
Don't worry.
not our friends. I mean, they weren't even our friends. They just kind of. They just
shit.
kind of took us places. They weren't. Arthur, just. What?
Good night,
What
Rudy.
did you?
Good night,
But
Rudy.
what did you see?
Good night, Rudy.
Should I be looking for these insects?
No, they were just hunting. They were just hunting.
Right. That's the information I need. Thank you.
They were
Not
friends.
our friends.
They were friends.
Yo, you're asleep.
This is me being
Nana rolls her eyes in her
Yeah.
face.
shooketh.
Nana's asleep. Cuddly raptor.
Cuddly raptor is shooketh.
Just wait till Nana hears this. Not friends with the
Oh,
woolly
yeah, yeah, yeah.
triceratops.
I couldn't
We-
speak
we
to
have-
them.
We have someone here whose entire gimmick is dinosaurs, and you just diss dinosaurs.
Rudy
believe
didn't
you've
make
done this.
friends with them.
I can't believe you've done this.
Arthur,
That's when you burn my food.
Yes,
went
that's
to-
what Rudy remembers from the whole incident.
Arthur went to sleep.
Oh,
Jeez.
now he can
Wow.
go and meditate instantly when it's convenient for him. And
I can
Rudy,
still hear you.
yeah, well, I can still smell you.
With what nose?
Shut up. and
And
Rudy just
Arthur-
mutters throughout the rest of the night to himself while
Arthur
watching
Okay.
out.
Chuckles, going to sleep.
Oh my god.
Don't even know why I
Make
do this.
a
I don't
perception check
even have dark vision. Why do I even
with
try?
disadvantage,
Yes, that's yeah.
But a +5.
but a +5
Oh, because of magic?
Hearth.
Oh, excellent.
Hearth.
because of Nana.
Okay,
Nana's heart.
so perception
She believes in
at
the heart of the room.
disadvantage, but with a
Yes.
plus
+5.
Yeah.
13
Five.
because I have an 8. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
All right, so we
Nice.
got the first one was a 20, so 25, and the second one was a. Whew. Okay, we'll take the 25.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Pretty
okay.
good, dude.
That was
Solid.
almost a 1, by the way. It was teetering on a 1. So-
So as you're sitting just outside the actual dome, keeping an eye out, minding your own business, probably snacking or something, you see shapes. Nana's magical barrier helping your senses pick up what's just on the border. But you also hear like soft but heavy footfalls. As just at the edge of the hearth, not stepping in, more like walking alongside it, you see a saber-toothed cat with 2 little cubs.
Oh,
Kitty.
kitty.
They're just walking along, like not even far. They're just like a little bit like they were heading in a particular direction. They just seem to skirt the edge of the barrier, and they keep walking on.
You know, and Rudy's just saying this to himself. No one. He knows no one's really listening. He's like, with all this adventuring and fighting and end of the world shenanigans, it's very rare that you get to stop and just appreciate the small things.
Arthur Burns.
Agreed. You hear Dionysus say. And there's just a pile of snow now at one side of the barrier.
I'm sorry, Dionysus. You would have given me a heart attack if it still beat more than once per minute. I think.
You're a hell practitioner.
Roll me, Rudy, a d6. Unless we want Drac, so Drac can use their dice.
Of course, Drac can
Drac, you
use
wanna
their
roll a
dice.
d6?
Yeah, go for
Drac,
it.
roll
We
another
love
d6.
your
Yeah,
dice.
roll me a
Go on,
d6.
Drac.
You gotta pick one from another set this time.
Yes.
Okay.
You gotta get them all.
Yeah, so you're trying the first test roll. The first one was a 5. Was this one roll higher or lower?
And there's not much higher than you can go.
It's true. 5 out of
Well, there
6
was a
ain't
third
bad.
option.
5.
The same.
It's a 5.
Yeah.
A secret third thing.
So when you all wake up,
7?
when you wake up in the morning,
Feeling okay.
okay, dawn happens. So anyone who wanted a
Yes.
dawn,
Yay.
Next dice.
Nice.
yes. The snow is still persisting. This heavy snowfall and the cold, the thick clouds blotting out the sky, the sun almost nowhere to be seen.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't even know to roll.
Dionysus takes a deep breath, and as the invisibility fades, you see the snow on top of him just melts away and steam rises into the air. Good morning. Unfortunately, the snow has not let up. But I fear if we wait, we are just wasting time.
We should press on then.
Yes.
Um,
You all need to prepare anything.
I would like to try something.
Oh,
If-
Nana, you wanted to also dream. You wanted to dream. I'm sorry.
I did
Oh,
want to
yeah,
dream.
do the dream
Oh,
first, yeah.
okay.
No, we need to contact Feverness anyway. Do the dream.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
retroactively do the dream.
Who are you dreaming
Yeah.
to? Feminist?
I think Feminist, yeah, because I feel like Benny he needs his rest. You know, he just needs his
And-
rest.
Honestly, any dream involving us is probably a nightmare for him as well.
I am
So let's
not the one he wants to see
No,
in his dreams,
no,
and I
no.
know
No,
that. and
imagine
that's
his face when he runs into Ash, the
Oh,
other
no.
the other
Oh, yes.
culprit in his mud drama.
Can I join?
Whoopsies! Oh my gosh.
No, but you want to send a dream to Feminist?
I will. Yeah, I will. So Feminist is sleeping.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Is it harder to get into a dragon's dream, I guess? Or is it just like...
Knock on the door, see what happens.
I mean, the thing is that I don't think there's really...
There's
think as long
there's
as
no
we're- unless
save
you're-
required
yeah,
for a
Unless you're
Yeah.
being
benign dream.
hostile. Unless
No,
you're being
okay.
hostile.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're trying to give them a nightmare, then they get a
Just
save.
knocking. Yeah, cool. Then no, I'll definitely...
knocking on dragon's door.
Oh my god. Yeah, I will send Feminist a little dream message.
What does a dreamscape look like?
Oh, Nana's like usual dreamscape, or like...
No, like you get to design the dream that you both
Oh,
appear in. You get to have a
yeah.
full you get to have a 1-hour conversation that both of you will remember perfectly.
You know what? She will design it so that they are at sea, floating on a nice, really fluffy cloud with a little tea set in front of them. They're having some biscuits and tea on a really nice cloud, just gently drifting over the sea. It's very lovely. And yeah. Listen.
So you weave this dream, and it doesn't take long before almost like stepping into view, appearing on the edge of this cloud raft, you see Febinus in his humanoid form. The hat at his side, you see the horns and the billowing hair, and he says, "This is lovely. Nana, to what do I owe the pleasure?"
Oh, well, I just thought you might like some warm tea in a cold environment, and I just wanted to keep you updated with, well, where we were as well.
Yes, how are things going?
We are traveling with Dionysus as we speak. Well, not as we speak right now, but oh, try the little jam ones too.
Oh, yes. Exquisite, Nana.
Oh,
You have
wonderful.
impeccable taste.
Thank you.
So you
we
managed to save the dragon.
yes, yes, and we
You are
defeated.
bringing him?
He offered us a lift, much like
No, no.
you.
I'm saying it as a good thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, yes. He's coming
As a
along.
backup.
Hopefully, and we defeated what looks like her three generals. So hopefully she's quite alone right now. And oh, and we found a couple of old friends. I think you'll
Oh,
remember Pesty.
very nice. Yes. Wait. Pesty's alive?
Yes, he didn't have a
He-
very good experience.
I thought he perished at the dinner.
Yes, which makes me wonder if perhaps everyone who we thought perished suffered the same fate as him,
Oh.
which is
Oh
being
no.
taken over by ooze.
That is a terrifying thought.
Yes,
Yeah.
but Pesty is well, and he's gaining strength, and it's wonderful. And we also Benny's not around, is he? We ran into Ash.
Benny's taking watch.
Oh, perfect. Yes, no, good.
We haven't arrived.
Oh,
You were just behind us. You very, very efficient, very quick.
oh, oh. We sort of have a little time portal, so I wouldn't worry too much about
What?
Yeah, don't worry about the time
Little
portal. Just
dragon
don't worry
drink.
about.
No, it's not us. It's it's just Dionysus.
We are
being
expecting
Dionysus.
to arrive in the tomorrow.
And that would line up with us arriving, right? Just as an
They'll
aside.
probably arrive. I would say Nana can gauge that Fevinus is faster than Dionysus.
Mm. Oh, I think you'll beat us there, but probably not by much.
We will keep an eye out.
Wonderful. I don't really know what it looks like, but I'm sure you can't miss a big gold dragon, so
Please make sure that the Gelugons miss the big gold dragon.
but that's
Will
probably
be
a good idea.
yes. I will send you a message. Does anybody in your group have the capabilities of seeing beyond? Someone who can look further.
I don't think. Oh yeah. Oh me. Yeah. Oh yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, it's me. I'm the problem.
me.
It's me. That's what you meant. Okay, that's good.
Then, if I send a message when we arrive, you can look and see where we are.
Yes, I should be able to.
Sounds like a plan then. Now, this has been lovely, Nana. It is almost my time to take watch.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm just glad you could join me.
Yes, if you don't mind to me, just like, I want to save it as the flavors.
Of course.
And then just like disappears in like a wisps of smoke. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And then Nana wakes up and goes to sleep.
Yeah. Get the snack first. Get the snack because she's like, well,
Get the
I've made
snack first.
myself hungry.
Oh my god, Cuddly, not you in real life. Midnight cereal when?
2 a.m. cereal hits different.
It's true. It's true.
So you all wake up. The snow is still coming down hard. And as you all get ready, you pack up. Does anyone want to do anything particular before the next leg of this journey?
I had a cheeky idea.
I want more
Cheeky
treats.
idea.
I want to make them treats.
I also have
okay.
an idea.
Your idea.
Yes, everyone has ideas. Let's do Ash first. What's Ash idea?
I need a snack to remove exhaustion.
Okay, well, the long rest removes 1 level of exhaustion.
Only if you eat food and drink.
Okay, well, Nana cooks.
I
Cool.
would have cooked.
Nana-
Definitely.
always-
But you're
we've
both
always
getting a
got
snack
food.
because I'm using my feet again. So
That is
Yeah.
just
Excellent.
all I was.
Oh, so we get another 5?
You
Right.
you
Yeah,
get
you get another 5.
you get no, not brown even better.
Anyway, to your cheeky idea, Gerald.
Oh, what was yours?
Well, mine only really helps Rudy. Does yours help more than just Rudy?
Potentially. We've never tried to have the dome put up on a moving thing before. What?
I
No, wait.
am
Yes, we have
sorry,
actually,
but
because we've put it on a
I-
ship.
yeah, but the ship is an object. You can't put it on a creature. I won't allow that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but that's the limit. Putting
That's
it on
fair.
a vehicle that has like a good surface area is one thing, but
It's kind of like how the
I
hull
will-
can't go down on the dragon, right? Like it needs a nice flat surface. It needs to be
yeah,
on-
this is also like
Mhm.
because it is still an impenetrable dome, so you would essentially like slice off unless you allowed him to go through it, but then it would
Dome
fall
would just
through
fall, yeah.
him.
Mm.
You know,
I think. Yeah.
so it's like it's a phasing issue rather than a phrasing issue.
What if instead we threw a rug over him and then had the dome on the
No,
because then it's on a non.
yeah,
I think the
Non-tangible
answer is
object.
just no.
The answer is no.
no.
As for Rudy's idea, the gauntlet that Rudy has access
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
One of the abilities is the armor of Agathis.
Agathis.
Now this essentially is it's a spectral force that covers you in spectral frost.
Mm-hmm.
Could he?
It gives you temp hit points, so it doesn't give you any cold resistance.
Yeah.
It gives you temp hit points.
I was wondering if it being a cold in nature spell, it might sort of.
It would protect you from the damage,
Yeah,
but not
but
from
not-
the cold
Yeah,
itself.
that's okay, that's fine.
necessarily.
I
Like
won't
the
expect-
actual impact on your body.
No, that's okay.
Like
All good.
oh
I-
god, it must be awful being Rudy in the cold. Just like oh, rigor mortis, great.
It's nothing new, huh? Can I give
Yes,
Pesty a thing too? Because I did it wrong last time, and that I used my uses as how many I have, but I actually have 9.
Oh shit,
Yeah, it's that I
9
I
cookies.
did it wrong.
9
I could
brownies?
I could do
Everyone
9.
gets a brown.
Okay, cool, nice,
Nice.
nice. I mean, Dionysus can have one too. Heck it.
Dionysus can have like 3.
Oh my
He's
God.
a big boy.
Yeah.
Pesty will happily eat one.
I guess.
Awesome.
Delicious.
He gets the 5. Okay, good. We must protect Pesty at all costs.
Yes.
Technically, as long as the hole is on on a solid surface, it doesn't matter what that surface is or whether or not it is flat.
Okay, so it just needs a solid surface.
Just needs a solid surface.
Dragon scales.
I would
could
argue
be
dragons
solid.
are pretty
I would argue that a dragon is a
Yeah,
solid
but
surface.
I can bring out here to you the picture I have of Dionysus, and I'm gonna say you
don't know
can't
your water.
really put the hole over the back spines. It's
Doesn't have to
gonna,
be on the
like,
back.
where are you gonna slap it on then?
Slap it on the side and
Just have water pouring out the side.
No,
hey,
but
hey, the
Oh my
water empties itself. It doesn't drown us. We're in the hole and we're fine.
Water empties
but didn't Captain
itself.
Fevinus say don't let the bug people see the dragon? And if we're just dropping water on everyone, I think someone's
they
going to
won't
notice that.
It just
bit
might
of
be a
water
very
on
Dragon's
over-eager
nice.
cloud.
They'd be like, we haven't had rain in centuries. Wow.
That water is just going to turn to ice or snow before it hits the ground anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my god, imagine if you just take out like the whole army of Jalira just because icicles keep like slashing down.
We commit mass genocide accidentally while flying this dragon. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Oh my god.
So
No, it's just a bit of sleet.
What's happening?
I mean, I like that idea.
I mean, you have a lot of things in there though that might spill out.
True.
True.
Yeah, I don't know if Ash would want to risk the cowbell.
You can hold the cowbell.
True.
I just
Put
give
the cowbell
everyone
in
an
the
item.
bucket.
What if the sink just
Oh,
goes
true.
out? What if we just throw the sink out?
How could you?
This is Darcy, not
Jesus
Rudy. I didn't use Rudy's voice. Can't. Okay, fine. We don't take the sink out. I'm just...
First the
okay, fine.
Triceratops aren't our friends, and now you're trying to throw the sink out.
Oh
I
my
don't know about
gosh.
you.
What about? Does anyone else know the magical cantrip gust besides me?
I got wind wall.
Well, I probably would have if I friggin' put my. Yeah, I do, but I just didn't switch my spells.
But
Well,
it's
you
a
have
can
two
cantrip.
on
switch
right.
cantrips.
You don't have to switch them. You just know.
Oh,
them.
then I. Oh no, you're right. You're right. No, I don't know it then. I don't know it then.
Feasibly, could I even lessen it slightly by using the ability of gust to seize control of the air directly in front of us and split it off?
Gust is a cantrip. In these climate, I would say like I'd lower the DC by 1 point for you specifically.
Nice.
I think we're just gonna have to cop this on the chin.
I think we
we
just
just gotta
do
cop it
it,
on
and then
Jin.
if we need to like short rest or long rest or whatever, heal up, we just do it.
Yeah, I think that.
we do.
Yeah, rather than spending an hour trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I'll try protection from energy, but it's probably gonna make the most sense on myself, because otherwise I'm gonna have to do so many like saves for someone else. So I'll do
Yeah.
that.
Although, I've already got magical cold resistance, but it doesn't really do anything but lower the damage in this case. So,
That's okay. We'll see how we go.
Yeah.
That's how we go. Okay.
we're just gonna
want,
eat it.
for the whole day's travel, I want everyone to roll 2 Constitution saving throws.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
2
Okay.
Constitution, we can do
There's
that.
1.
Oh shit!
There's 2. Ah, jeez.
I rolled the same.
Okay, that one sucked, but the next one is gonna be great. Okay, the first one failed miserably, but the next one was a 19. So you know what? I'm happy with that.
I failed both.
Oh no!
13 and an 8.
Okay, my brain is fritzing. Who here got above a 15 twice?
No.
No one got twice? Did anyone fail 15 twice? Okay. So the 3 of you take 2 levels of exhaustion.
I love that for us.
I love that for you.
14 points of cold damage, halved for Gerald.
So I take 7.
Okay. Yeah. So Nana and Arthur, you succeeded 1. Both of you.
Yep.
You got 1 save. So
Mhm.
you both get. No. Yes, you get 1 level of exhaustion. Arthur, you take 7 points. Plus
Speed is halved.
5, 12 points of cold damage. Nana, you also take no, because you have the thingamabobs.
I only have it
Well,
for the one that I failed though, because
yeah.
it only lasts for an hour. So
So you take 8 points of cold damage.
altogether or both?
No, because you would. Oh god, math is so
Sorry,
hard.
Yeah,
I failed
the last-
1, and then I got 1. So
Yes.
the failure
So
would
you
be
should have
like
taken the 14,
14.
but
Okay,
halved of
half
but
to
halved
7.
of no half of that. So you cut it by a quarter.
So like
So
11.
3. Yeah, so you take 11.
11. Okay.
So the last time we took 14 for the full whack for one
Yeah,
turn.
but because this time I rolled shit.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I like it's 4d6 and I rolled really high once.
Okay.
And then really high and then really low.
The real punishment
So
is the
11
second.
points and 1 exhaustion level is my fail, and then 8 points for the second one, but no exhaustion level because I succeeded.
No, I haven't rolled the second yet.
Oh,
you
okay.
and so it should have been so you and Orb, Arthur and Nana takes a further, and this time Nana takes no, so you should have taken fucking math. I can't! I can't!
Oh my
Both of you take the full brunt of this one though, because this is the second half of the bout. You both take this one is 17 points of cold damage.
Okay, and we take that even though we succeed. That's just
No, 'cause this is
succeeding
a
is.
fail. That's the failed one.
So
Oh, okay,
rest
yeah,
of
yeah,
us
yeah.
also take 17.
Yes, you would also all take 17 except
Cool.
for Gerald, who is
Got
half.
it.
So takes
Okay.
half.
Oh,
Cool.
wait. So
You,
Oh, I
the
thought we were
first
done.
bout was the damage for the first 4-hour segment.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay, okay.
Got
So
it,
the,
got it,
so the
got
it. We
second
take-
one was how much? Sorry.
The second one
17.
was 17. So
17.
Gerald takes 8.
Got it.
So we got 2 levels of exhaustion from the first one or from shared?
No, from failing
Total.
2. So that is why so total. So Rudy, Gerald, Ash have 2 levels of exhaustion. Nana and Arthur has 1. I'm gonna roll for
Wait, didn't
the
you
old...
succeed both of yours, Arthur?
Just one.
Oh, just the one. Oh, okay. Math's hard.
And I'm gonna roll for Pesty.
I feel like next time we should just do this one at a time.
Hey, Pesty failed 1 and succeeded
Okay.
1.
Cool. But he's still looking okay? Because I swear to God, I will keep
Yeah, he's
him
looking
alive.
fine. Yeah.
Oh,
He,
good,
he's
good,
he's
good,
tall,
good.
definitely. Like he's not as well traveled as you are, but he is also grew up in this climate. So like he's
Yeah.
like yeah, it's horrible, but I don't want like I'll be fine. Like that kind of vibe. Like yeah, it's not nice, but I'm used to
Me
it.
at the Midwest.
Yeah. So as Dionysus comes down for a landing, I need Drac to roll another d6. Let's do a weather check for the night.
No, not a 5. No,
Please.
no. No.
No, that's not a D6.
It's a dice that only has 5s on it.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Damn it.
that's a 1.
That's a 1. As night falls, as you come to dusk, you're about to land, you actually see the edge of this massive, thick cloud bank. You see the clear, starry sky. As it looks like the night is going to be clear.
Yay!
And so Dionysus invites all of you into the demiplane.
Hooray!
Back on this wildflower meadow, you all make do to rest, safe, secure, and that's where we're gonna end for today.
Yay.
You only get 1 level of exhaustion
Alright.
recovered, though. That's
I'm
not
Yeah.
great.
Yes,
Gonna
you
have
only
to
get one
run.
level back on a long rest.
Can we
I'm
just
gonna-
stay an extra day in the demi plane?